Zana, are you here? And can you hear me? I'm gonna try to walk away and make my stuff work. I am going to put the StreamYard link in the comments. So I was supposed to do this like at lunchtime today, like at noon. I so didn't. My gosh. I definitely went to restart my phone and then like to update it and then it didn't update and I don't know. But I'm here now and that is what matters. And I'm trying to get this on my big screen so I can see everybody on my channel. I'm alive. Look at me go. Oh, we don't want to do that. Hi guys. Hey weirdo Alex. Oh, we're gonna mod you up. Everybody gets modded up. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. I'm sorry. I know I said I was online earlier. I was live streaming and then like, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna sleep for a couple minutes and then I'm gonna be right back. Oop, good thing I have this on the big screen. Mod. You're modded. Why aren't you modded? Yeah, but my phone ended up being silly. Very, very silly. And I kind of overslept. And so when I got up, it was just like a giant mess. A giant, giant mess. Hey, we got someone coming to the screen. Hello. I don't have an ugly sweater, you guys. Look, this is not even ugly. This is like the.
Trying to get better. Sorry, one moment.
Oh, dude, you gotta wear Bluetooth headphones, or else we're gonna echo. Hey, we got someone else. Yay! Okay, hold on. Merry Christmas, Josh.
Merry Christmas. Merry
How
Christmas, Jim.
how's it going? Where are you? What are you doing?
I have some turkey.
Kick
I
me
don't
out
know.
for a moment.
You see, I can't return.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get Travis to. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's gonna fix his audio. Um, yeah. Okay, so chat. Thank you for being here, Melinda. Merry Christmas to you and your family, Chevy. Yes, everyone subscribe to one another. I'm gonna be giving out moderators for everybody so that we can all try to reach our goals. I'm almost at 1K. This guy, he helped
Congratulations.
me. Thank you. And yeah, so let's see. Oh yeah, weirdo Alex is like, I'm sweating. If you're wearing a sweater and you're sweating, are you the sweater? That's a
Yes,
good philosophical question. I think I'm a sweater then.
exactly. You are
Yeah.
a sweater. Yes.
So what are you at? Are you at with family or where are you?
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen now. They left. They'll be back soon. I just came only to say hello and Merry Christmas to all of you.
I
Okay.
appreciate it so much.
This
It's good.
this is the amazing energetic Joshua. Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Nice seeing you. All right, people. Oh, Josh will subscribe to you, Sheppy. I'll uh I'll try to like make a post afterwards with all of us that were in here and I will tag everybody. Yeah. Um hopefully Travis is going to be back and you guys, I don't know what to do for my ugly sweater. I don't have a sweater and that's ugly. I just have like I might just change several times, like obviously not on screen, but I may just change into a bunch of stuff. Oh my god. I didn't even clean my room. Oh, we have another person. Oh, it's Travis. He's back. Got your Bluetooth?
Oh, all right.
Oh, it looks so nice.
I got it. I think working now. Does that sound all right? Or is
Yeah, you
it
sound
still
good.
gonna?
We just all need to use headphones. That's the one thing that I forgot to mention is when we're using StreamYard, it's a stupid distance, and I assume. Chevy Addict needs 40 subscribers to get to, wow, 3,600. Good job. And we're gonna mod up everybody on this live stream, so, but it is, I mean, I put my live streams as 19 plus, and sometimes there's kids in here, so that's just, disclaimer. I think it's nice that we all support each other, all ages, but there's that little rule that's, it's not a rule for me, but I always think it's a good suggestion to, if people subscribe to you, check out their channel, make sure it's kind of like your thing. I subscribe to everybody, artists, musicians, and visual artists, and all of the like. And Travis does roller blading, not skating, blading. Dude, what did you decorate? Is that a gift
Oh, a little
or is
bit.
that your? Holy shit! It's very pretty. Oh, you actually have a sweater. Like I'm wearing the closest thing I could get to ugly sweater. Weirdo Alex has 212 subs. I can't believe I'm almost
Well,
at 1K. Holy shit.
I'm still getting a weird audio feedback. I think I screwed up something, but it's okay. Figure this out
Oh, well,
shortly.
wait, do you have it on your headphones and your anything else, or is it just your headphones?
Probably through my computer.
Yeah, the computer will definitely be the culprit. Also, sometimes if you have, I have StreamYard running on my PC and on my cell phone at the same time, and sometimes it can get laggy. I don't know. I don't know what the reasons are. It's just, it's Christy, my girlfriend. We're going to mod you up, Christy. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays for those of you celebrating or not celebrating. Regardless, I am happy that you're all here. We're gonna have people from across the pond on.
Right.
Hey Oz, sweater so ugly you sneak up on a glass of water to drink it. How is it going? Merry Christmas, everybody. This on the screen with me is Travis, and he is actually participating in the ugly sweater. I failed. But it's more reason for all y'all to bring your ugly sweaters. It's Nick, Scene Freak. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Okay, I am sweating though. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing about this. I'm probably gonna need like a t-shirt. Oh wait, I was going to maybe wear this. It's just like a red shirt, and I don't know. I could do something with it. And then my tattoo will show because it has sleeve cutouts. What? I'll do that after though. I'm probably going to smoke, but not on screen. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Screw it. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. You deserve a treat.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I really think it's a great idea to do no swearing. I do. I think that we'll have better numbers and the stream will do better. But it's just not us. It is not us.
Yeah, I get that. I don't think it would work that fucking long.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be swearing every 5 minutes and breaking my own rule. Only rule here, all y'all, is it's a judgment-free zone. Judgment-free. Just because we're on a screen doesn't mean we're cool or uncool or anything in between those two. What, you haven't slept in 2 days? Aw. He's saying that he just subscribed to you, Scene Freak. And if you could subscribe back, that would be nice. Of course, like if you want to give it 24 hours, you may. If you
I
want to
just
kind of
subscribed
like,
to you the other day, Scene Freak. I'll make sure I got on there.
yeah, Scene Freak is like my little sibling from Portugal. We have so much
Yeah.
in common. I love all the youngins. Well, I call you young if you're younger than me, so no offense. Oh, thanks, Chris. See my background? Yeah, I've got all this streaming stuff. I was supposed to start streaming like 3 years ago with my music, getting my music out here. By the way, y'all, Canadian musician here. Subscribe to me. I can't
Uh,
do the shameless
all
plug.
y'all is plural for all of y'all.
Oh yeah, what?
Uh,
Did someone say that? All y'all. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for
all of
covering it.
you all.
All of you all. Hello, Vamp. Merry Christmas. Green greetings. Green greetings is very needed and kind of ironic for me to say because there are
Oh,
no
Chevy, you're getting a
green.
new puppy? Nice.
Oh, yay! You're getting a puppy, Chevy. What kind of dog are you getting? We are filthy animals. Hey, Vamp, remember Scene Freak? Remember Nix, our pal from Portugal? You're the Scene Freak, you remember these people? I should actually get Monk in here and like Herman and all the OGs. That would be so fun. Uh-oh. I can't really see on this, but it's Home Alone. Okay, that's annoying. How do I turn off notifications on this? You
A
guys,
bully.
I'm.
It's
Oh
like
no, yeah,
the
go ahead.
bully
I'm just.
mastiff. Or what is her name's Chloe? Nice.
Oh, this is a little puppy, a little bulldog. Oh, that's the best. That's the best Christmas present in the whole entire world.
It honestly is. So I've been trying to get a pet for a while now, and we're getting a cat tomorrow.
Oh, yay! I didn't know that.
Yeah, it
What
just
the heck?
happened.
I'm bored of my dogs and my horse. I need another animal.
We have a dog, but we used to have two dogs and a cat.
Oh, what happened to your other cat? I don't want to know.
It was old age on the cat and dog.
And the other dog. Oh, you just got the one dog.
Just one dog right now. Her name's
As
River.
long
She's
as
very sweet.
they made it to old age. Ah, River, that's a beautiful name. Is the old age is the best way for them to go. It's so unfortunate though. Like I've known a couple people just on YouTube internationally that have had their pets pass away this year. And they're not my pet, but holy crap, I mourn. It is so sad. It's
Yeah,
not fair.
they both those pets passed last year at the beginning of the year, and I was shook.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, they were with me more than like relatives that passed. Like
that's
it
the thing.
was bad.
Aw, now I've got to kiss my dog. Hi, baby.
Cheviatic, is that your dog that costs 3,500? Oh no,
Purebred.
oh
Yeah,
wait, no,
purebred.
no.
Yeah, 3,500. My
Yay,
purebred Brittany Spaniel was I think 4 grand just about like at the end of it
four
all.
grand.
He had an ear tattoo and he's bred by the Canadian Kennel Club. Oh, Keenan's
Wow,
online.
that's awesome. What?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, look at me with my expensive dog. It's just the breed. I grew up with the breed, and that one, my first one, she was a girl. She passed away with cancer, and I went. I just got a bunch of pet rats after, honestly, because I was like, I can't take care of a dog. It's so sad. I don't want another dog. They don't live long, and I knew rats
Yeah.
just live like a small, and they're like little puppies, little rat pups. But then, yeah, I wanted another Brittany Spaniel, and I got it. Yay. Vamp, do you have an ugly sweater? Anybody in here, do you have an ugly sweater?
I feel like I'm gonna
I'm,
be the only one. I can see I have a
uh,
sweater on.
yeah, it's green and it has like the only decal on it is the elbows. Um, okay, I'm trying to invite all of the people that I know have been on my live stream. And Josh, did I see you? Hi, Josh. Xana, I love you. I miss you. And uh, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to whoever celebrate. Politigram is here. Yay! Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Politigram says, "Hey, Jen, Merry Christmas. Had to show love before getting behind rest after doing an almost 5-hour live." Oh, I'll check that out. Y'all, subscribe to Politigram. Amazing, amazing content. Especially for me, because I'm Canadian and I mean, I do pay attention to politics, of course, but it's very interesting to hear people's personal opinions and observations. It's not even just opinions, it's, like factual observations, which I really appreciate. Merry Christmas, Jem. Keep moving forward and being a vessel for us all. Thank you. This is my e-hug. I'm e-hugging you. Oh, I knew. Okay. It's a judgment-free zone, Lee. And Vamp. I don't know what you is talking about. I don't know what happened. But come on. Oh, yeah. For Lee in Australia, it's totally not Christmas anymore. But Merry Christmas, Lee. Oh, yeah. Okay. I will say I saw USA all day in Bug's stream, and I just have to say this because it's just an observation, not opinion. But Bug had his poll was Scene Freak, you could talk about politics, of course. Politigram is all politics. But yeah, Bug had in his poll, he had, is the 4-foot lady weird or something? Which I'm sorry, she has dwarfism. She was born different. This is why I don't get along with Bug very well. You don't make fun of people for how they're born or their disabilities, and you send that to a whole group of us. And I saw USA all day in there saying shit to her when I rewatched I didn't rewatch that. I think I was there right before it ended. I was scrolling up. I'm like, what the heck? That's not an appropriate poll. And went to see the conversation. USA all day, Vamp. That's who you should be trolling because I don't know if Lee did anything. Lee's my crazy uncle from Australia. It's just my guy. But that's what I saw, and I can't support people talking shiz about my sister from another mister. A little bit silly.
I'm just adding some Christmas stickers to my helmet.
I love it. Okay. Yeah, Scene Freak, whatever you have to say about politics, we want to hear because why not? This is a judgment-free zone today. So, I mean, when I'm talking, really me, all I'm going to say about politics is I hate politicians. I don't like my prime minister. I don't think I like any prime minister. I don't think I like any president or leader of the world. But that's just me. I'm a rebel without a cause. Okay. Politics said, oh, I can't read it on here. What am I doing? Jem, I thought about you and I saw a guy that is 81 years old and said because he is addicted to pain meds now because he's getting denied back surgery. Oh my gosh. And he never used drugs or alcohol prior. Yeah. Yeah, this is my group of people on here is people who have lived that life and uh I mean I'm not gonna tell anyone's story, but I know where does this person live, Graham? Where you live? Is that Alabama? Y'all in the South, y'all in America, I don't know. I had life-saving surgery for my arm and it's hold on scars. Oh, you can't really see because it's very very bright. But you can go in my arm, they had to almost amputate my freaking arm. It was life-saving surgery. And my story, my whole reason, I feel like if I was in the United States, it would I wouldn't I would either have lost my arm or I would be in jail or dead. Oh, okay, Graham. Shoot. He made headlines.
When I had the police or ambulance save my life, had a gang assault, and I had my skull cracked open, and they did save my life in the hospital, but they also would not take my police report and kept asking me if I fell. I tried for 2 weeks to, like, report what happened, and they just wouldn't do anything about it, so healthcare worked,
Yeah,
but
exactly. That's the thing. Oh, and I kind of knew you were going to say that, scene free. So, what was your reaction to Trump saying that he wants Canada as a 51st state? Um, okay, I'll be honest about that. My initial reaction was, oh my gosh. Like, it's kind of funny we're talking about this because I was like, imagine if that many more people were able to pay for healthcare, we'd all be paying less because, by mathematically, I feel like it should be lesser. But I was saying that to my dad, who has been on this earth way more decades than me, like double, and he was like, it's not gonna, isn't it? That's not how it's gonna work. What we have here in Canada is a special thing. And almost every other country, like, I mean, look at Europe, look at, not every other country. I mean, my parents are from third world countries where, oh, the medical treatment there is also questionable. But I mean, I thought, hey, if we could lend our ways with the medical system and our care and
that would be
help
awesome.
people. Wouldn't it, right? Because I mean,
Uh,
I know so many people that haven't made it that have lived similar or identical lives to me, and they're in the United States, and because of the stigmas and because of just whatever, it's like it doesn't life-saving surgery is second guessed very often, and it's not given to just anybody, and it's kind of like that here. You gotta like sign all your papers and kind of jump through some hoops of fire. But what are you
yeah, the
saying,
whole
Trump?
I don't know,
Trump or Kamala? Oh yeah, go ahead.
bureaucracy with healthcare shouldn't be a thing. There shouldn't be so many hoops to jump through for that. Like, we I feel like with our technology and world now, we could grow enough food and have enough trade and have enough healthcare for everybody, but it's all about monetization and I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a little
We
bit
also have a lot
wild.
of people.
Exactly. There's that too. It's like I don't know if Canada was to become the United States, or I don't know. I don't understand how leadership would work or any of that stuff. And Scene Freak, what are you, Trump or Kamala? What did I miss something? Trump or Kamala? Are you asking who we like better? Because they're two wings of the same bird, yo. It's this is one, this is another, and they go like this and they work together. So I don't I don't see I see positives and negatives on both sides. And Politicgram's talking about that person. Look up 81-year-old called Luigi. Oh, yes, the modern day Robin Hood. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Okay. So was it Luigi's family member that you're talking about? I'm sorry. I try not to pay too much attention to things at this time of year because this time of year is tragedy central. And mm, mm-mm. I just,
I'm the similar way of it's a lot of trauma around this time of year, so I see everything that's happening, but I try not to engage with it too much.
exactly. I'll talk about it when there's a group of people. Sure, I like people's inputs, like I said, like with Politic Grams um
Oh yeah, for sure.
channel.
We'll talk about it.
Oh, it's a guy who is not related to Luigi. Okay, sorry, Graham. There's so much going on. You see, it's crazy. I didn't mean to yell, but I'm like overwhelmed. Scene freak. I don't know if that's an appropriate question anymore. Honestly, not nothing against you. Just like I have no. The fact of the matter, and this is how I kind of function now, is Trump has been voted into office. The election's over. So the question of Trump or Kamala is kind of like it doesn't matter. That's what modern day democracy is the lesser of two evils. There's no real and so it's kind of like no matter what we say about it at this point, it's a little bit, well, unless, but I will ask Politic Graham, what is your opinion? Because you are edumacated. And yeah, I will look that up actually, because that's what I'm doing. I am like a healthcare activist. I didn't really realize that, but now that I'm studying and I want to be helping people, like the people that have helped me in my life to help me survive, it, yeah, man, I'm like any of the hospitals I've been to where I've been mistreated, I am writing, not writing them up, but just like patient feedback surveys, and I'm being like, uh, you didn't provide my basic needs. You confiscated my like psychiatric medication because you didn't know me, but you don't stop someone's meds. Like the term she's off her meds, that shouldn't be because of medical professionals. That's ironic, but nothing's perfect, yo. Nothing's perfect. I just appreciate having people to talk to. I'm trying to Google this. Hello, classic. Merry Christmas to you. Politics said, I agree, Jem. I don't pick sides in regards to Kamala or Trump online. It is time for people to unite and lift each other. Yes, lift each other up. That is us right now. Oh, where did he go? I didn't know. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I'm glad we're getting politics out of the way because like later on I'll be like, we're not talking politics. Especially like if people start drinking and shit. Oh boy. Tampa, Florida. Okay. 81. Oh, okay, so the 81-year-old calls Luigi Mangione a modern day Robin Hood. You know what? For people like that, that's why that time when I was live streaming and you were talking about it, Graham, I was like, I can't justify violence. Like I can't justify violence as a way to get your message out, but then at the same time, violence is how all of our countries get their messages out. They're at war. They're trying to take over each other's land and all of these things, and they shoot and kill and shoot to kill quite often, and it gets on the news. It's like it's a sad, sad day on earth when somebody shoots a healthcare CEO and is praised for it by the majority. Because I've only really heard people being like, revolution, brother. And I'm like, whoa. I'm not, again, I cannot justify, I'm not a violent person. What year? Oh, I did something here. I'm, okay. Uh, why isn't this coming up? Hold on a second. I'm actually really interested in this. Uh-oh. Sorry, I will get back to the chat in a second. I cannot multitask. Oh my gosh. It's the first thing that comes up. Oh no, James Taylor. I did hear about this. That's right. Taylor says he knows the shooting was wrong, but views suspect Luigi Mangione as a folk hero who targeted the wealthy and powerful. What what can we do? Like if imagine so if one person stands up against the elite, the higher ups, imagine if all of us did that. That's that's what makes me uncomfortable about guns. I understand American amendment law, but oh my gosh. I don't know. I wouldn't trust me with a gun and all of the frustration that I feel. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, that story is really intense. You didn't notice it was live fourth. Well, welcome. Hold on, I have to get my big screen going again. I cannot see. Monk. Hi, Monk. Okay, well, if you can't hear it, then yay. Okay. I have to catch up. I have to catch up. Rummy, I'm sorry. We were on a really interesting topic. How's it going? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. I love you all. I wish that 81-year-old could find Jem to get the help he needs to get with a support team like Jem. It's true. I do have a great support team. And this is, you know what, too? This support team took me, I mean, it's been 18 years ongoing, and they haven't given up on me. They're like, "Oi, we are not like this is recovery is lifelong, and there's no such thing as just like going to rehab and fixing that. Like rehab isn't rehabilitation as a whole. It is the first step, and oftentimes, especially with painkillers or on any substance, you've got to go back several times because justifying stopping once you're hooked on these things, it's there it's all encompassing. It doesn't make sense. It is like the old days. We got Xana. Oh, StreamYard doesn't work, but
I
Travis got
just
on
posted the
here.
link again. I think that should work now. Hopefully, try that one. Can one
There
of
it
can one of the all mods?
is. Yeah, one of the
Post
all mods. Uh, 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 Xana, could you try clicking what Travis clicked?
I think that I mean I can try again, but that's the link I just joined through again. I think my audio issues are finally fixed, so I'm not hearing
That feedback.
yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a 18 plus live, like on screen, like what am I saying? Panel Apple. Yes, because
Hell
we
yeah.
have okayed the swearing. And what I've noticed too is like it's totally cool. There's always going to be kids online and in chat rooms and whatnot. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like when there's a younger person on screen, I find like a lot of people just don't want to participate because a lot of people have kids. And I mean, honestly, if like my nephew or someone, honestly, all y'all kids, if I was with you, if I was like your older sister or something, and you're just watching some adults like swearing online, I'd be like, scroll away. What
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
doing?
Don't do that, kids. See, as
Okay, hold on. I will try
soon as
to
I
share this again, Xana.
logged into the YouTube
Whoa.
account. I logged into. I didn't do my YouTube account to get onto this stream, so that might be an issue. You might have to do it without being streaming on your YouTube, but
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't tell you
Chris
for
Mel
sure.
TV.
Oh,
Chris Mel, I'm going to give you a
oh,
jacket so that you can interact with people. Fourth, father of baby reindeer on stream. Fourth, what are you talking about, yo?
I think that's me. I think I'm the father of baby reindeer.
Oh, kangaroo. Holy crap, I didn't notice that. That's
Or
brilliant. That's freaking brilliant.
I think all my
Um,
bows have fallen off my sweater now, but this is actually kind of
yeah,
itchy, so I'm gonna take it off.
yeah, I know. I got really, really hot from this sweater too, and it's silly. Kangaroo and his Joey. Yeah, Christy is freaking cute. What did you say, fourth? What? How come I can see what fourth said here and not there? Whoa. Okay, I don't know what I'm seeing. Scene Freak got a book in Spanish. You got a book in Spanish? Is it like a learning, like a language book? Is it a novel? I like
Jim,
books and I
I've
like
I've
hearing the young people.
I've heard you speak a little French. How many languages do you know? Or
Oh, I only speak French. Un petit peu. I don't speak it fluently. I can understand French and Espanol sometimes.
yeah, I can understand Spanish if it's written or spoken very slowly, but that's about it. I was
Hey,
thinking I
Xana.
want to like learn some other language this year. Oh, cool. We got
Hey,
hello,
Xana.
Merry Christmas.
Are you in the car? Oh, I don't know what's going on with sound. Do, do, do.
Yes, I'm in the car. I'm driving to pick up Giselle.
Are we in your? Whoa, you're going to 12? Gee, be careful, people. It's like it wasn't even Christmas yet. It was like the day before Christmas Eve, and then yeah, yesterday too. I saw accidents everywhere. I'm like, people forget how to drive. But it's not snowing today, or is it snowing for you? Xana lives near me, ish.
No, there is no snow out here. The roads are clear and dry.
Nice.
Perfect. Um. Well, yeah, we will do it all ages to join Stream Apple. It's definitely I was doing them before and then I kind of stopped and I'm just trying out like new things. I had like the moderator issue last time, but for until basically New Year's, unless something crazy happens, I'm going to be modding everyone up because I'm almost at 1K and I know other people who are hitting their milestones and I just want to help everybody. I can't give y'all a gift like physically, but I could gift you subscribers.
Hey, you gifted me for sure. Like you and Anthony both shouted me out, and overnight my channel quadrupled, and now I'm able to go live from the skate park, and that's really awesome. I didn't think that would
That's
happen within 2 weeks of starting a channel. Y'all kick ass.
Thank you. You kick ass too, though. People need to see your content. You're like, I'm gonna have
Just doing
Cool
it for
Bubs
me.
here. Yeah, well, you're gonna be doing it for me too. I was just gonna say I'm gonna be hiring you to do my music videos.
I'll charge you 1 cent.
Wait, Canada doesn't have pennies, right,
Uh-oh.
Xana?
Well, I guess 2,000 Canadian dollars then.
Nah,
Just and my friend was asking me, he's like, "Oh, would you make a music video for me?" He's like, "I'll pay you. I got some money from the city." And I was like, "Nah, man, you can pay me 1 bean. I like working with you."
Yeah, that's what I'm loving about YouTube. Is I had no idea what I wanted to be doing with this. And I was like, we're a safe space for all ages and a judgment-free zone, but there has to be some kind of rule. And I realized that that's pretty much the rule there, judgment-free zone, and we help each other out. And there's so many artists that we can all collab. You can make videos, me and Anthony, he's across the pond, but we're musicians. I've even been invited to go out to California to freaking per, perform, record, do things, and it's
That's awesome.
technology is freaking great. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we've got furries in the chat. Okay, you guys.
A
So
raccoon furry.
in the adult world, furries are sometimes okay, you know what? No. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say what they're associated with. But if you ever get like bullied for that it's just like be let's less anything else. Just don't take it in stride, y'all. We're LGBTQIA plus friendly, we're everything friendly, we're furry friendly here. I didn't know that until right now, but we are. We freaking are. We won't judge.
We
Yes,
shall
yes,
not.
Scene Freak. You cosplay? Yeah. See, this is something that I think all of us have done or do is cosplay. So I can't speak. I can't.
I think it would be fun. I've always seen that and like, oh, I bet that would be fun to do something like that. But I've never cosplayed myself because I don't want to go. I don't know. Actually make a good costume and
That's
at the
the
moment
thing.
I
Yeah,
don't have the time.
me either. I would definitely be a Sailor Scout, except
A
I'd
Sailor
probably buy
Scout.
it from a costume. Yeah, Sailor Moon.
Okay. Yeah.
Fighting evil by
So,
moonlight.
that's what I thought. I remember seeing that on TV like early morning hours. It showed at
Yeah.
like 2 a.m. or something. I was like,
Oh man, it
what?
was just like a normal Saturday morning cartoon for me and like every day after school.
Oh, lucky.
I had such a crush on Tuxedo Mask. Okay, sorry, chat. I really am not good at Travis, or I don't know if you could see it. Ooh, Timmy's. You're
Yeah.
disgusting Timmy's, bro. I challenge you. No, I don't challenge you. I cheers you with my empty McDonald's cup, Santa. And it's
Scene
tea.
freak,
It's not coffee.
don't take people's judgment. I have a good friend that she's a furry and she does like furry art and she makes a ton of money selling it online. Like, good for her. Like, well,
There you go. Oh yeah, Scene Freak. You make art. You were supposed to draw me. Come on. I want my Auntie Jem picture. And yeah, that's good. I'm glad you guys get along. LARP, yes. Live action role play, Christy. I've done it a couple of times. I don't know why I always get sick when I'm doing it because like I grew up on a farm and every time I'm doing it outside, I have no idea. But LARPing is very, very cool. Staying in character is like, okay,
how long
see,
do
I
you
can't
LARP
judge
for?
furries.
How long do you like do the LARP? Is the
I've
event
done
for?
weekends. I never did longer than a weekend,
So like you'd camp out at a place and like everyone's in character for the weekend at a
pretty much.
dang nice.
It's very funny. Xana, do you have any experience with either furries, LARPing, or cosplay?
No, not really. I've always wanted to. Giselle says that would be a really good link.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I see that immediately. Yep.
It's so true. Oh my gosh. I want to be Zelda except I'm not blonde. Darn it. I can't even be Sailor Moon, man. Oh well, I guess that's why you wear the wigs.
I just want it to be like Orin have the giant Buster sword and then like a jug and be drinking at
Yeah. Oh, personal information can be shared, but y'all kiddos
it.
be very careful. Be very careful.
Watch
I'd be a
yourself
great
online.
warrior, slayer and queen. Wow, I can't speak or read. My bad. Hey, it's Auntie Fabulous. Fabulous me, how are you? Ah, it's so daughter is huge into cosplay. What does she dress up as, Fabulous? And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I've been loving your live streams. I've been loving everybody's content right now because I just don't do holidays. I don't like any, like Christmas, Valentine's Day. I don't know. They've never really been much to me. And so I'm like having all of these people on YouTube. I mean, you're not with me, but I'm getting to. I was at like people's live streamed Christmas events last night, and oh, it was so sweet watching people open presents. I don't have any kids to open presents with, so watching other people's families was like, oh no, it's so cute. The
okay,
happy.
everybody needs to send Jem a Valentine's card this Valentine's in her email.
That's actually true. Oh, you're so sweet. Xana's my bestie. He's like the first. He's way. Actually, you're probably my oldest friend on here. Like honestly, like longest. Thank you. I appreciate that. You always got my back.
Oh, I'm kind of the same way. I'm usually not too into the holidays, though. Once Christmas does actually hit, I'll get into it. But I do celebrate 420.
Oh
You know,
yeah, that's
sometimes
the
year
one.
round. Oh,
That reminds me, I should probably get out to my balcony. Fabulous Me said she goes to some that I don't know. I just know it involves fishnet stockings and wigs. Fishnet stockings, fancy. And I'm sure she does a beautiful job. I'm sure if she looks anything like you, Auntie Fabulous, she's gonna be a bombshell, no matter fishnets or not.
I don't know
Ah,
if my sisters have really cosplay, but they'll always dress up for like different office parties. They're both in the gaming industry and they'll dress as game characters and go to work and stuff.
Fabulous Me said they do compilations of dancing and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so intense. See, my friend group was not as cool. we only like danced if it was gym class project or something, and we hated it. We loathed it. And half price love day, that's a good one. Half price Valentine's Day. That's pretty much the issue with me is like I never have the opportunity to get gifts, and all of these holidays are some like economic boost social construct that doesn't include someone like me. So I just kind of don't celebrate much, but now it's a state of mind. Holidays are a state of mind to me. I'm changing everything. Uh, theater kids. I was a theater kid, and I know a lot of theater kids who are fully grown ass adults on YouTube, but we're like, the Phantom of the Opera is there. And Scene Freak and Apple, I would love to adopt you. And then Auntie Fabulous has to adopt me, and then we'll all have a pony farm. How does that sound? Can we do that? Let's get a pony. That would be a good Christmas. Scene Freak's a dancer. Cool. Cool. What's y'all's hobbies? Anya, so pretty. And there, yeah, your siblings now. We're all family here. This is a YouTube family for real. My son gave me a prayer candle with Dr. Now on it, and my daughter made me bracelets and a magnet and painting. That's what I do. I got oh my gosh, I gave my nephew a pile of rocks yesterday for Christmas, except they're rocks with, see, can you guys see that fossil on it? So when I'm at the farm with the horses, there's like all kinds of dirt that gets brought in, well, dirt, land from different areas, and it's all like in the cornfields and the soybean fields. There's always like you can find arrows from indigenous times, and you can find all this stuff. This is like a 300,000-year-old fossil.
What?
Insanity. Insanity. But yeah, it was my nephew was like opened the box and he's like, oh, yeah, yay. And then I was like, look closely. He's like, oh, shit. It was like, and I got him a rock last year and I painted on it, and I I'm so bad. And then I painted "You Rock" on it. Oh God. But it's like the gift. That's the whole point of all this.
Yeah, it's nice to
Oh,
be able to
bracelet. I like making
give some stuff at the holidays. One of my good friends that I had put some of his beats onto my music, he's been like trying to do the YouTube thing also, but he hasn't really done live stream or anything ever. And he's like, oh, well, I just like don't have a camera. Don't know. So I bought him a
phone.
webcam that I'm gonna go. Yeah, I mean, he was trying to do it from his computer and get his like keyboard to be set up with it. But I showed
Right.
him what I was using, and then I bought him a webcam. So I'm gonna give that to him, and hopefully he's gonna be able to start live streaming, and then I can go
That's lovely.
jam with him or something. Oh, he plays beats.
Technically, y'all, these headphones are a gift from Travis. Don't ask
No,
how, but somehow
the
you guys,
universe.
the universe. Well, yeah, okay, fine. But YouTube gave me Christmas. YouTube and my food bank, and yeah, it's amazing. If I could do it, there's no excuses. The lad rock or the that gave pillows with my picture. You gave them pillows with your picture on them. I want a pillow with my mother's picture. See that is awesome. Like it's
I
not
love
cringe
that
in
custom
any way
stuff.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Here's
would be
a
so
custom
happy.
shirt I got from my sister last year.
Oh,
Same hat.
I'm gonna warm up some old coffee and then make some new. Ah, screw it. I'll just make some new. I don't like wasting, but hey, I'm grateful. Does that count? I'm really grateful. Oh, by the way, hold on. I'm gonna grab my dad so that he can say Merry Christmas. Do you want to say Merry Christmas to people? Doesn't matter because you're going to. That's my Faja, and that's Josh. He's my friend in real life, and that's Travis. He got me these
Merry
headphones.
Christmas.
He says Merry Christmas, except you can't hear.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Y'all, these are my paintings.
Um,
I painted
I actually
most
have
of
to
these.
go, guys. So just want to
Oh,
say
okay.
Merry Christmas to everybody and have a Happy New Year. Bye.
Love you,
Merry
Josh.
Christmas.
Nice seeing you. Thank you for joining. That's lovely. Oh, yes. I love seeing Freak's little kid picture. It's so cute. So cute. I want a pillow with, wait, is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. With my adopted mm, Portuguese child. Well, you're not Portuguese though. What is your background, Scene Freak? Regardless, I want Scene Freak. I want it to say Scene Freak, and I want like a little rainbow dressed up Scene Freak. I think it's beautiful. It's so sweet. Uh, Merry Christmas.
So
I
do you
love
have any
that.
other holiday plans or?
Me, oh my, not quite. I always like to see my horse for the holidays. That's one thing
Yeah.
that I definitely. Last year, I was so freaking depressed, or like I was not me. I call it depression when I don't want to go see my horse because that something's off. Like something is incredibly wrong when all I ever asked for when I was a little kid, all the way up until 18, a literal decade straight, I just said, if I get a horse, I will never ask for birthday or Christmas or any kind of gift anytime all year. And that did become true. It became so true, and I became so like dulled to it all that last year I didn't even go to see my horse. I couldn't care less, and that's crazy to me because there are lots of things preventing me. Like I had rescued my horse from out west in Saskatchewan, and she was like going to the kill pens. And then owning two horses, as you can probably imagine, was incredibly expensive. And I
Yeah.
felt like a failure because I was like, I, I watch people that have horses that don't take proper care of them, and that can mean anything. That can mean not seeing them often enough. And when you don't live on a farm, you're kind of not taking care of them. But I had the two of them, and it was just too overwhelming of a idea for me to. I mean, I had people at the farm being like, "What are you doing with that poor animal? Like, horses aren't meant to stand. They're like, you know, freedom." And she has
Yeah.
no freedom. And I was like, "Well, I saved her life." So then I gave her. Actually, it's a beautiful story. Then I gave that horse that I rescued from the kill pen to my friend Santana, who has no legs. As she was born with two legs, she horseback rode her whole entire life, worked at the racetrack, and she still horseback rides. But it was around this time, oh my gosh, oh, like 15, lots of years ago. Um, and she was here in Canada, and her car broke down, and she was then standing completely like on, not on the side of the road or anything, like on the sidewalk, like across the bank, the snow bank and everything. And this truck came. This is Santana,
Yeah.
and the truck hit her. She went, and the truck slipped on black ice and dragged her and amputated her thigh, and then
Jeez.
her knee, like from down. So
Oh, glad
so
she's
she
alive. Wow. Yeah.
right. She is the reason that I woke up again this year because I had Susie, the rescue horse, and she's just a little baby and so much potential. And I was like, I don't know what I am going to do with her. I don't have a life to give her. And um, one day Santana was just there, like going through, and all the horses look at her wheelchair. It's motorized and it makes a little bit of noise, and they're always kind of like, oh my God, like what? Why are you different? Which is horses are they're just a reflection of us most of the time. They're very spooky. And she was just like, going through the farm, and Susie stuck her head out and was like, "Hello, lady, I like you." And I didn't even introduce them. Like Susie full on introduced herself to Santana and was like, I want to work with you. And then I kind of went up and facilitated them working together. I would go into the field and be like, Susie, come here. And she just like raise her head and then keep eating like a cow. And Santana would be like, Susie. And she's like, Gallop, Gallop. And it's just like, okay, fine, have her. But it's like the best story in the world because here I am being like, my arm almost got amputated and I can't even really use it. And she's like, girl, I have no legs and I horseback ride. And I'm like, shit.
That is impressive. That's awesome.
She's my hero. She can do everything and anything that anyone else can do, and she makes a point of it. I'm sorry, I am not. Could you catch up on the chat?
Let's see. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Lovely
Yay.
picture. Use safety pin for a necklace. Just emailed you, Jim.
Oh,
try
cool.
that. LMAO. Not too much. Yeah. Any?
Aw, thank you, fabulous me. It really was. I mean, I was trying to find a home for Susie for a really long time, but as you know, Fabulous is a horsey lady too. Crazy horsey ladies for life. But yeah, it's like a child, right? It's like I want the best for my child, right? My four-hooved legged kid, but at the same time, it just can't go anywhere. And especially because she was rescued, like she was gonna, wrong, just wrong. It's also wrong. She's a perfect animal. But yeah, I love that the chat has their own thing going on. Thank you, fabulous. It's difficult. And now I have this huge crush on Mick Dreamy. I freaking love him, and he's a OTTB, off the track thoroughbred, so ex racehorse. He just didn't make much money, and of course, I'm unsure what his story is, but he's just a baby. He's retired at like 4 years old. He's not on the track. He hasn't been on the track all year, and not even training. And I'm just like, what? It's so sad. See, now I'm the person that sees this horse standing there that's young and has like no life and no human and no mama, and he's just there. And every time you go out into the field, he's like, "Hey, what's up? Give me something to do." And it's like, man, I want you, but I know I fully can't afford it.
So you work around the horse. How much would it be to like buy a horse like that?
It's not buying.
Or
Like
so
my guy
you'd be
was
like lease.
well, it's not the buying that's expensive. I mean, like, it's just so like Susie was, I don't know, like freaking 2,500, and then my guy, he's purebred, so he was 4 grand. How did I spend as much on my dog that I spent on my horse? That's crazy. Anyways, regardless, the buying them is like it's like a one-time price, but getting a horse is like a mortgage. It is.
I mean, they eat a lot.
Yeah, my horse's rent is actually technically more
Oh, and the
expensive than
rent,
my
yeah.
rent.
Didn't even think
So
about that. Wow, yeah.
I'm literally, yeah, feed, board. It's like 2K a month is what you would assume. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
I've been at this one farm for a really long time, and a lot of farms will do like in times of struggle, like you can work and muck some horse poop, and then you don't see the money, but it goes directly
To pay for
into
like
your horse
yeah,
and
yeah,
then turns into horse poop. So
so then you get to
freaking
scoop it again later.
yep, that's my money right there. Just literally putting it in the barrel. And oh my gosh. Hey, check out my Lego cup.
Oh,
I
cool.
have actual Lego pieces and stuff and then it comes with. Freaking awesome. I got it either last year or the year before for Christmas. That's pretty
Nice.
cool. Shout out to Matt, my producer. I haven't seen him. This is my first Christmas without him, like in 5 years, 6 years. I'm not sure. Life's been weird. Fabulous. Yes, I'm fabulous. Are you gonna get a horse? Do you want to go splitsies on the horse? Um, Chevy, that's awesome. Okay, like yeah, definitely. I was saying earlier, if you guys do subscribe to each other, feel free to take that 24-hour kind of thing and check out each other's channels. I'm just modding everybody up. If it's probably going to be temporary, so anybody, if like last time I gave moderator to everybody, I had moderators kicking out moderators.
Oh
That's
no.
another rule. Screw it. Like we can have trolls. The trolls bring numbers, okay? So even if someone comes in here and they're being judgmental, what we will do as mature humans is just not respond. Because as soon
Yeah,
as you don't respond to trolls, they're like,
they'll
oh,
fizzle out.
yeah, I'm not getting attention. All I want is attention. And no, it's like you don't have to hide them or anything. If you're
Yeah,
hiding them, then they'll actually leave the stream. But and the more they keep trying, the more that the numbers go up, and eh,
yeah.
I'm over it. There's nothing anybody could say to me. Like, I mean, I think all of us here have been bullied in some way or another, and it's about overcoming that 100%. I mean, I've definitely been bullied. I'm gonna keep this dark for a sec. Fabulous me as college kids, a horse would be cheaper at this point. Cheers. I understand 100%. What are they studying again? And your son is so cute, Fabulous. Like, honest, I was telling my dad about you guys. I was like, she was in the kitchen, like cooking or baking, and her son walks in and goes like, I'm gonna make food. And see, if I walk into my kitchen and my dad's in there or my mom, we kind of like vacate the area. We're like, it's too small. Like this it's not big enough for all of us, so or like for two people. So if you go in
Yeah.
and someone's cooking, it's like an argument. It's not it's This is why I don't cook, quite honestly, because I would go, I just want to go make like a bowl of cereal, and it's like, you're in my way, I'm trying to cook, and I'd be like, oh, okay, this is horrifying. And so every time I go in the kitchen, it's in and out, and that's just habit. I didn't realize until I was in therapy. I was like, I just can't cook, I can't. And they're like, you can, like, watch your language there, but also, why do you feel like you can't? And I was like, I'm not allowed in the kitchen. I just said that, like, as an adult, I'm not allowed in the kitchen. This is my apartment, but it feels that way. Hi, baby.
Oh, looks like Keen won't be able to join us tonight. He's with family, but we'll catch him again
Oh,
soon.
yeah, that's all right. That is all right. Hey, Fabulous Me, do you want to come online on the screen? Hold on. How do I find the link? I should. Oops. Jeez. I can't see on this little broken phone. I said paste. Oh, I don't have it. Okay.
Uh-oh. What happened there?
I hate StreamYard. I apologize. I apologize.
Is this just me now? Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
sorry about that, dude.
back.
You're gonna have to hang in there for me because I do that all of the time. It is so easy. All you press is back. Like I'm like trying to get out of one area and then
I was having real trouble the first time where I had like 3 audio loops going where I was.
yeah. So the only
See
no,
anything in the
only
chat.
rules is no judgment zone, and
Later,
we
Xana.
are 18 plus. Love you, Xana. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now I need to go smoke because, Oh, while I'm smoking, I'll just bring my phone out there, I guess. Hmm.
I wish I could transfer over so I could smoke. I've been smoking way too much for the holidays, but like I've been using it to get through. I'll probably slow down
Yeah.
once it rolls to the new year.
Do you mean cigarettes or the legal Canadian smoke?
Both.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just kind of like,
No,
me
I get
too.
that.
So
Yeah. It's a
what
stressful
can I
time.
say?
Whatever you can
And
use that'll give you that dopamine.
it's true. That's honestly why I'm drinking coffee right now. It is not okay. Gem is great music therapy for the horsies. Yes, thank you, Christy. I really do. I just found out that horses enjoy guitar, acoustic guitar, which is a lot
Every
of fun.
living being enjoys music, I think. When I was
Mm-hmm.
growing herb myself, I would play psychedelic rock music for my plants every day and sing to them, and I think it helped. I mean, the carbon definitely did, so make them grow big and
Max,
strong.
thank you for coming and Merry Christmas. And yeah, I mean, that's we should do a grow show one day just and talk about like our experiences with that stuff because I mean, screw it. I already have such a small audience. We might as well take advantage of this now before like I'm monetized or something. I have to watch what I do and post. I posted a video of what are they called? Oh, a smoke shop, a pot shop. And it
Yeah,
was just like it was outside and the pot shop was closed, but it had all like the lights on it and like the leaf, the neon lights and all that. And I was like, heh heh heh, Canada. I like zoomed in and zoomed out. About 5 seconds, YouTube flagged it, completely didn't share it with anybody. It's just like, but I'm
yeah.
in Canada and it's legal here.
I mean, and that's the thing too. Like Texas, it's illegal, legal, the whole. It's legal, but and it was, but you mentioned that about YouTube flagging it, and I had like all this weed content planned, and then I was herb content.
Yeah.
Don't flag us, YouTube. But I canceled it because I was like, yeah, I don't want to get taken down before I even start.
Yeah, it won't take it'll definitely just flag you. Like even when I was
Okay.
doing my DJ streams and I was
Mhm.
playing copyright music, right? It was like it'll give you a chance. It's like it'll shut your stream down if you do too much. If you do like I don't know how many what the limit is, but once I would do like over five, it would say stop using copyright. You're gonna get shut down. And then if
Mhm.
I didn't shut it down, it was shut down. And if I even have like 30 seconds of a copywritten song in my live stream, then it's serious.
Does it do anything with that though for like just posting videos? Because like YouTube has been flagging me, but it's been like, oh, you can't monetize this video, but like the user still
That's
said
all.
you can remix it. So
Yeah, it just won't go for monetization
I
or
mean, that's
something, or like what
I'm not
hours.
trying to monetize it. I am
Yeah,
trying to create content for me and like my rollerblade and editing journey, but
true.
uh, I
Oh
just want
man,
to make
hold
sure
on.
they're not going to take me.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. When you're just starting out, it's good to do all your mistakes. But speaking of mistakes, it's not a mistake, Max. How really you got hacked over at Doug's? Man, okay, well, I know people that work in the American government, so like in the White House. I'm not gonna say who, but people are not supposed to be hacking. That's wild. Max, if you have any of that information, let me know on Discord because uh those people need to be put in their place. They've hacked Doug. They're telling his I mean, his personal shit, I'm not gonna even talk about it because I have respect, but it's like if you
Yes.
have any kind of criminal record or any of this stuff and people find out your real name, that's one thing, Travis. I would call
Uh
yourself cool bugs
oh.
all the way
Okay.
around
Yeah,
because
should change my name on there. Yeah.
bullies exist, man, and they're like kids that are grew up with technology like us, and they will absolutely if you all you got to do is defend somebody like me and Max have this buddy Doug that uh, like I don't even know he was born with a condition. He's different,
Mhm.
but people love to jump on that. And all I do is just say like you guys sound like idiots. Like he was born different. I don't I'm not entertained by what you're saying. And they just all turn on you. And Max
All
has
pile up.
always
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Max. How did they how did they what did they hack? Your YouTube and shit? Hmm. I make my password something, I spell it in leet so that if there's any hacker that is going to look and like find out what my password is, it's it's a warning not to mess with me in hacker. I
Yeah.
should definitely share that with people.
I love Leet Speak. You know, like when it was first coming out, I was growing up.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, we have another guest. It's Fabulous Me. I'm sorry. Oh. Yay! Auntie Fabulous. Merriest of Christmases. This is amazing. We were supposed to do this since the beginning.
I know. Well, here we do. Today's the day. How about that?
Oh, my dog was just humping me, and she's a female. She got excited for you, Auntie Fabulous.
I bet.
Okay. So yeah, I am going to go to the outside because I am hot in my ugly sweater. Do you have an ugly sweater, Auntie Fab?
I don't.
Oh no.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
either.
I'm
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 doing
sure
the
over
stream.
the years I've had plenty, but I don't know. If I were to clean my closet, I bet I could find a few.
See, I made mine, but I had a couple days of prep.
Yeah. Oh, is that the puppies?
Yeah, that's that new one we just got, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
barks. He doesn't like trucks, so every time a truck drives by the house, he loses it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he thinks his real owner's coming back to get him because she drove a truck.
Oh.
Yeah, I
It's
think
very
he's in here
true.
barking, "Come get me! I'm here."
This lady thinks she's my mother.
That's right. The trauma. You can come say, "Hey,
Aw.
come on. Hey, step around. Kalina, come on, dance.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas."
Oh, and to the doggies too. To the doggies.
That's right. The whole house.
And Max, Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. Sorry, chat. I'm very bad at doing the chat thing when there's people on. I can't multitask. How about that?
Exactly. Now, you know what? I
Just
had to come online to show you my mugs from your mug contest.
Oh, yes. Okay, so yes, we can do all kinds of contests. Mugs, let's see them.
This was my mug from last Christmas, or it might have been my birthday.
Oh, okay, I gotta make sure I'm reading that right. That is epic. I love it.
That was my good mug. And then I just had my basic one.
Yes, so basic.
Yeah. So basic. Those were my basic mugs in the office.
My two are a Cheech and Chong mug and then the Lego one, I suppose.
I like the Lego mug.
Thanks.
I do.
I appreciate that. I like your mugs too.
Thank you.
Look at him. Christmas doggy. Is he wearing antlers? Oh, no.
No, those are his ears. He hears everything. But he got shaved and they took all his hair off. So without having like a sweatshirt or something, he just shakes. So
yeah, you're a good mama.
Pajamas.
My little girl, she's from the Dominican Republic. I didn't personally pick her up from there, but it was a rescue called Dogs and Cats of the Dominican Republic, and they had brought her to North America for a better life. She was living on the streets. She is such a saucy Latina, and she has no fur, so she has to wear like snow pants and everything when we go outside. It was very fun, but she's like my little dogs just bark at everything. She barks at everything.
I don't know.
Vivi. What are you doing for Christmas, you guys? And well, I know me and Travis pretty much have no plans, which is why we're doing a live stream.
Yeah,
we did
stuff.
So we do get up in the morning and make breakfast together. And then we go to church. So we went to mass this morning. Then we came home and exchanged our gift. We each got each other. And then my kids have friends over hanging out, and my husband's in his office watching something, and I'm here with the dogs.
That's lovely.
So that's it. That's Christmas.
That's honestly what it's about. It's for the joy. Honestly, I got when I went to my nephews and my brothers and sister-in-laws, I basically got the cat a toy and the dog a toy because we as a family love watching our animals enjoy
Right.
things. And so I was like, what I can give to our family this year is a smile and a laugh. And all of us on the same
And
page.
yesterday we had a couple over. Actually, it's my daughter's boyfriend, and his
Oh,
parents came over. We sat around and watched Christmas Vacation and played some card games and
nice.
ate, and that's it. That's Christmas, you know.
Yeah, that's
But I
pretty
think we
much
do
it.
enough. Yeah, we do the big things all year round. So
Yeah.
one day doesn't. I decorate heavy because I like the twinkle lights of it all, but that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Me too. Honestly, when and I not if when I have a little bit more financial stability, I will do Christmas. I will do all of the holidays. Like I was saying, it's a little bit of a financial hiccup. It's silly how the holidays are related to finances, but I love what
Oh,
you were like half price Valentine's Day is brilliant.
I have done that forever because I always thought it was the stupidest holiday. And then when I got
Yeah.
older and realized everything's half price the day after, I know we do half price love
Yeah.
forever.
half price Valentine's
My,
Day is a good idea.
That's
yeah,
so
we just call
smart.
it half
Yeah.
price love day.
I used to
And
let
then
Yeah, I
for
myself
like that.
get
Christmas,
depressed about it. Like, oh,
no,
nobody got me a present, but I get myself chocolate
no. It's I'm giving my kids $5. I'm like, look, half price love day, you can buy twice as much. Save it.
now.
You know,
Exactly. That's it. You want to go inside,
and
baby?
that's the same with like the Christmas stuff. I don't buy my Christmas stuff until next week when everything's 75% off.
That's how
I
you
bought
do
all
it.
my Christmas stuff during Black Friday. I was like, I'm gonna get it early and done while it's on
Yeah,
sale. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the smart thing
That,
to do.
yeah. And
It
this
has
year I
not
was
been
told
easy, right?
it has not been one.
Oh, easy, but I hope next year's better is all I was gonna
Well,
say for everybody.
I get the Christmas being like for the past like 4 or 5 years, Christmas always will set me back like a month or two of saving, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's really hard if you're in an apartment or anything to like put anything back, and then if you're expected to go see family and get them gifts, then it's like yeah.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I've been lucky this
I
year, but
I always did Christmas two ways when the kids were little. One, I
Hmm.
would shop at off-season sales all through the year. So
Yeah.
you know what? At Christmas, a bathing suit is just as good. You'll wear it in 4 months.
Heck
You
yeah.
know, that I would do that kind of thing. And then also, we would do the cash rewards on the credit card.
Mm.
So however many Amazon gift cards I got as cash rewards, that's how much they got spent for Christmas. That
nice.
was how
That's
we did
it.
it. Yeah, that was it. If it was $100 each, but you could buy a lot of cheap crap for $100 for a 9-year-old.
It's
I'm just
very
saying.
true. It's
You
so
know.
true. I saw somebody's Christmas last night. Like I was saying, I was watching kids open presents and it gave me that Christmas joy and whatnot. And there was one family that, I mean, they, all what they did, and I think this is brilliant. I would like to do it next year. They got saran wrap, like a whole box of saran wrap, I assume, or several. And they basically, it was kind of like dollar store things or I mean, it was things you can use though, like body wash and all of these things. And it was in a giant ball. It was like a giant, giant
Oh, I
ball.
think I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was everybody had 30 seconds to
So,
unwrap. And if you got
mhm.
several gifts, then you got several gifts. And there was money and gift cards and all of these different things. And I thought that was so lovely because it gives the unwrapping thing. You don't have to spend money on wrapping paper. You can just go to the dollar
Yeah.
store and get some saran wrap and some other lovely things, and then you get that joy of ripping things open. Thought
And
that was
I
cute.
always did like, because I grew up, I'm one of 10 children. So when we were starting to do presents at my house with just two kids, the gifts never looked enough. just was such a small pile. So I would open like a pack of underwear and wrap each underwear
Yeah.
separate, or the socks, or oh, here's shampoo for the year, here's soap for the year, here's toothpaste,
Yep.
all wrapped separate. So it looked
It's
like my kids were getting tons and tons. But then by the end, they're like, oh, it's a 12-pack of socks right here. So
See,
yeah,
that's it. That's the joy. It's about
right.
spreading joy. I was a little bit of a brat when I was younger because I didn't understand that, different families had different incomes. I would like get, socks and be like, oh, okay, well, my friend got XYZ, and it was like it wasn't fair. I remember what my parent like I hope I don't know, raise my kids better than I was raised, because I remember my one year, oh, I feel so bad. I have to apologize to my parents. I don't think they remember, but I wanted a Tonka truck one year. I was a total tomboy. And I don't know if it was just like I decided I wanted it like the day before Christmas. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's hell for my parents. And
Right.
they wrote a little letter from Santa being like, all of the elves were so busy this year getting into other I don't know. It was something really, really lovely and cute. And I was like, screw Santa. Like, it was so bad. And I didn't know it was my parents. It was just spoiled.
Oh,
Take care, Max. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
I'll be right
When
back.
I think my son was going into 6th grade, and we thought he still believed in Santa Claus. So, oh my God, we were so stressed. Like, how are we going to tell this 13-year-old Santa is a spirit of Christmas, not? And while we were reading online how to do this, and then we were driving home. Well, he and I were alone in the car, and I'm like, Daniel, we have to have a talk. I don't know how to tell you. I mean, it was so hard. And they said, like, Mom, I've known since I was 7. I got on the Amazon list and do it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
daughter threw a fit because she wanted to be the one to tell him, and she got mad because he knew before her. I'm like,
Oh
I
no.
know.
I think I found a tag on a Christmas gift as a kid, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think that makes.
Yeah.
I had
Should have.
brought in one of my Christmas gifts to my mom as a kid, though. I did the night before
Oh,
Christmas. It's like,
I love it.
Aw.
Oh, that's the best.
That is so cute. I love the
The
handwriting.
end. Oh,
That's crazy.
that
I'm
is
like,
a
I would love
treasure.
that. It really is. How old were you?
I was young. I'm very young, looks like. There's a lot of misspellings in it.
Oh, that is the sweetest.
My mom kept a lot of the old
Oh,
stuff we gave from school and have like those as ornaments and stuff. Those are
Yeah.
fun.
I did. I have those on my tree. But you know what I
Yeah.
want to do is
What's
get
that?
my mother's school pictures, or find pictures when she was a kid, and my grandmother, and then put them on ornaments, in the picture frame, so it's a real memory tree. I really
I'll,
want to try
Yeah.
to get some family photos,
let's see if I have one of
you
those.
know. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we have that's a great idea too. I mean, I would love to do that. My we've got pictures from, back home and where my parents are from, and the grandparents when they were generally young. I mean, my grandparent, I don't know, well, it was black and white photos, like the beginning of photography. But oh, we've got a guest.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, no, we don't have a guest. I thought that we had a guest. Oh, it's Lee. It's Lee. We have an Australian. Lee.
Hey, Jem. How are you, Jem?
I'm good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Hope you all have a good day.
I
Merry
appreciate you
Christmas.
coming to celebrate with us.
No, that's all good, mate. I just seen you on live and again, and I thought thought I'd jump on and just say g'day.
Yay. Are you guys going to see those lights I think you're talking about?
Yeah, we're going to see him later on tonight.
Yeah. That's lovely. Oh yeah, it's already the day after Christmas for you.
Yeah, it's Boxing Day here.
Huh? That's wild. You guys doing any shopping?
Nah, not today. Christmas is already over, Jem.
It's true. Yeah, I know we were just talking about that. Is different ways of celebrating, and shopping doesn't have to be it.
Yeah, no, it's it's a little bit hectic Christmas as we all know, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any kids that you're celebrating with?
I had my niece and nephew and that over here yesterday, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hung out with my nephew yesterday too. Sorry, Travis, what are you showing us on the screen there?
Oh, this was an ornament of that has me from a child.
Oh,
We have a couple of those.
that's excellent. Wow, you really grew. You are like, how tall are you now?
I am 5'11".
Yeah. Sheesh. I'm 5'4". Hey Lee, how oh wait, he left. Oh, okay.
Oh, there he goes.
Love you, Lee. Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Aw. That was great. That was a moment for me because I have my Auntie Fabulous and Lee is like my crazy Australian uncle. He just is he'll like be chilling there in his garage and he'll put on like gangster rap and just start rapping and I'm like, oh my God, I love this dude. Great.
Right.
I think it's really cool that in this day and age we can communicate with people all over the world like this. It's pretty neat.
Right?
Right.
It is. Oh, there he is.
I agree.
Sorry, guys, I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, StreamYard is very difficult, eh? It's not easy.
Yeah.
I have this
well,
that somebody made me. I don't know what this is, but it has the letter M on it. I see that. Oh, there we go. And it had like a gift card in it, which is kind of cute. DoorDash. I'm gonna get fast food. Woo.
Nice.
can
Sorry,
you
what
get
was
me a
that,
can
Lee?
of Coke? Can you get me a can of Coke?
Always. Of course. Anything for you, Lee.
All right, well, I'm going to go anyway, guys. I just thought I'd jump on and wish you all a Merry Christmas and enjoy the rest of your day, all right?
Thank
Merry
you so
Christmas.
much. Merry
Enjoy
All right,
your
then.
warm weather.
Oh, don't even go there, please.
He's melting over there.
Yeah,
No fair.
yesterday was 41 and today we're at 39.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm in
So,
minus 30, so enjoy.
that's where I spend most of my day.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves making me
Nice.
jealous. I'm going to come visit one day. I don't care. We're all gonna just have to go to Australia where it's always warm.
Come to Australia and bring your shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, no ugly sweaters. No ugly sweaters in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah. Alrighty then, you guys stay safe, all right? And you guys have a good Christmas, and I'll
Big
chat
hug.
to you all soon.
All right, take care, Lee.
See you, mate.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah, it's really freaking amazing that we are internationally hanging out. It blows my mind.
Yeah, I guess if I'm doing more streams with people internationally, I'm gonna have to learn to not use the American measuring system that
Just pull up your
well,
converter. That's what I
just
do.
pull up my
Yeah.
phone. Yeah, that's what I'll have to pull up. Just have my phone ready and then
I was gonna say that's what
I
I
can't
do.
see anything on my phone. I have to keep looking at the big computer because I'm so, it's like I got.
I'm doing that
That's
too.
all
I've
right.
got the phone here, and then I've got the PC screen behind me.
Oh,
Is that
oh,
what's that?
he's,
Is that just? Oh, it's the dog.
yeah, he's
Oh,
just
see,
asleep.
I picked up Lee's accent. He was here for a second. I'm Australian. It's so
He's
bad.
sleeping up. Like that.
Aw,
Put your
you
hat
are
on
his
and go.
mama.
Good. There you
I
go.
love you. You're just a baby. Oh, that's so sweet. What's his name again? Marley?
Marley.
Aw.
Mars said your name. Marley with the freakishly long tongue. Oof.
And he gives you the kisses with it.
Yeah,
Kisses.
yeah, yeah. So you want to know a secret? It's not a secret.
Absolutely.
I got monetized today.
Oh, congrats.
Yay! Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, your retirement plan is working.
It is. I cracked those nuts and boom. That one video had 357,000 views. So I've been cracking nuts
Holy,
ever since
Wow.
then. Yes,
that's
it was
really
one of the
smart.
restream loops. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so now I'm going to get a T-shirt that says "I made money cracking nuts," or
Yes.
"I cracked a nut and got paid." You know.
I would definitely purchase that. I would be like, and then it has to say like fabulous me.
Yup.
I would definitely get that.
Yup. That is so
You
crazy.
YouTube monetize me for cracking a nut.
Right. Hey, I'll take it.
How
But
did
now
you
all this stuff with. Go ahead.
oh, what were you gonna say? I'll remember my question.
Oh, now all the stuff with my hands have been finalized.
Mm.
So originally, I wanted to have another channel that I was going to do crafts and I've got to upgrade stuff in my house and all. And I was waiting for that lost stuff to all settle down. So that's happened, but I'm not going to do another channel. I'm going to put it all on this one. So I am so excited to get back to doing
I
my
am
art
excited.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Oh man. Okay, I have a request for one of your videos. I don't know if you have
Okay.
access to horsey things, but when you told me about making like wind chimes out of horse halters
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
So
If you can
what
make
all
I can
type
make,
of
yeah, she's very
all type of
creative.
what?
I was just gonna say, what all types of crafts do you make on your channel? I subscribe. I'll have to go check you out. But are
Well,
you
none yet,
none yet?
but
You're just
I'm
going to
gonna.
make them and put them on. Yeah.
Right, and I'm gonna do some live, but I'll show you how to make the wind chimes out of that, and I also carve eggs. I love egg carving, and because I'm using a Dremel, that's kind of a relaxing thing. That might be better for a stream, but I love that. And another great barn yard thing for at the horse barn is I took all of the baling twine and I weaved mats. Those things they last forever. Forever.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's really
Yeah.
smart. That is really smart. Yeah, because twine, I mean, that's one of the things I do every time I go to the farm is I just scan everywhere for that twine because and you don't want the horses eating it. You don't want it to be,
No.
it'll stay in the environment. And so it's kind of wild, but
Exactly.
that's
And
great.
the more
Reuse,
you use
recycle.
the mat, the more it comes apart, so the better it gets your shoes.
That's
I'll show
very
you some.
true.
It's so easy to make. So I do stuff like that, all that kind of stuff. And the other thing I did, and I have the wood to do it, but around my mom's pasture, you know how when you have to replace hers is all wooden, so we were up on boards, not electric fence. So every time a board would get broken and replaced, I kept the board. So I have a couple of bookcases I've made out of the boards, like just that.
Wow.
But I'm also gonna redo part of my bathroom because once you do, even with the indoor outdoor board, you get a good shine on it. The wood is gorgeous. So anyway,
Very,
that's some of the stuff. But I've been
wow.
collecting crap forever, and now that am not working anymore at that job and I'm not going back into design work, I have the next 20 years to do all these crafts that are in
Time to
my
do what you want.
garage.
That's really cool that you're
Exactly.
going to be able to do what you want with those crafts, and congrats on
Yeah.
the monetization again. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. And I figured that was how all this whole YouTube journey started. I was like, oh, if I'm going to use all this stuff, why don't I make a video?
Yeah.
And then just see where it takes me. And it took me a whole different way, but here we are, ready to go
That's what
and
I
getting
love
paid for
about YouTube. It's really interesting just kind of starting. Like for me, I made my YouTube years ago and put a couple songs up, and I didn't really do anything. I just had people that were like parents subscribed to me and a couple family members and bandmates. By the way, Merry Christmas, Dan the Indoor Man. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. And we will have a good stream. But yeah, oh my gosh. It would I've had like a lot of fun with these different kinds of things. I'm getting like distracted because I'm like half wanting to tell you about making DIY videos and then half wanting to tell you my experience on YouTube. It's I'll do the experience first, I suppose. It started off with a little bit of music and then I would be in other people's live streams and there was such a sense of community that I was like, what this is like I mean, especially after COVID, it was the pandemic was
That
really
makes sense.
a super switch and change. And I used to go to live shows and watch music and support all these bands, and they started doing things online, and I was like, like I'm not cool enough to do that. Then I just started live streaming and posting horses, nature, and music and mental health. So like four things and so many people that were really established YouTubers would be in my channel and my live stream be like, you need to choose just one thing. The YouTube website says that you have to choose whatever does the best, whatever brings you numbers, and just keep repeating that. And I was like, but that's not who I am. And
Yeah.
and so I just continue. I just put it all out there. The horses. I like to. What I found is I put things out there that people may not experience in their life. And if you get to watch it on a screen, it's the closest you're going to be. I mean, like we all know, horses are kind of an expensive hobby. You don't just walk onto a farm and, horse people are snobs. We're like, don't touch my animals. Get off my property. I have a gun, even though I'm in Canada. So it's kind of like, I just like standing out in the herd of horses and knowing that other people are getting that experience or it all means the same amount to me. I wanted my music to reach people and help people, but now it's kind of like mental health things help people and everything. My whole story, my life has been uh, an epic fail and a bunch of second chances, and it's
I
kind of
bet.
I never knew what I was going to do. I was like, why? What is the purpose of this? Turns out I gained wisdom and experience and I'm not saying I know everything, but I know a lot of people that have said, if it wasn't for you sharing your story, I would have thought I was alone in this. And that is all. That is all I ever wanted to set out to do. And now I'm studying psychology to help people in my community, like I've been helped.
That's brilliant.
I always thought I was going to work with animals, but
Well, yeah, but you can still do that too. I mean, one thing doesn't have to be exclusive of the others. And after a day of the crazies, you're going to need the animals to recenter you. I mean, but I'm saying that in the best way as one of the crazies. I mean, I'm not
yeah,
throwing shade.
yeah.
Truthfully,
And
not
that's the
throwing
thing.
shade there. Yeah.
No, I honestly I feel like I was calling this live stream a live stream for all of the misfits because there's a lot of us that just don't have like we would be stigmatized like you're on YouTube, you're live streaming during Christmas, but it's different for everybody and all of us seem to have this in common. All the people that have been in the chat, everyone that's on the screen. I like it. Or even just like spending a little bit of time. The community is what I love.
The community too is what drew me to it. Like I never had really been on the YouTube live streams until like a month ago, and then I was like, just scrolling through YouTube, and I was like, whoa, these people are actually interacting with me, and I like found Anthony's live stream, and then found
Yeah.
you, and it's like, oh, y'all were all so supportive, and like I wasn't confident enough myself to do anything, but like, oh, you should do this, and I was like, you know what, I think it would be fun, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. So you have done exactly what brought you in to help me get started, and I thank you for that.
that makes me so happy. Yeah, and between Anthony and I, you were saying that we got you to 50 subscribers, so congratulations on that, because this is where you just grow from here.
I
Oh
woke up
yeah,
this morning and I was like, what the?
Yeah.
absolutely. It's been interesting because I got my channel like in 2019, 2020. I started this channel because there was one live um person that did reviews that I really loved her lives, and her chats are great. So but it kept saying, don't share your personal information. Don't. So I had the channel for years because of that, being that in that stream. Then when I decided, oh, I want to do this other channel, but I don't know what I'm doing. Let me learn the system. And then
Yeah,
it was not until October I started scrolling and found live streaming at the end of September. And, I think everybody starts with the silent picture of something. So I did my dog on the bed, and then finally slowly jumped into, well, but I haven't found, and maybe it's because my age, and it's because how I interact. Like I haven't had like troll problems, or
that's
I
good.
just haven't had any. But it's the international community is amazing. It's so much
Yeah,
fun. I
it
That
have
is.
friends everywhere. I can't wait to travel.
That's the thing. My first big exposure to just anywhere outside of here was like, yes, everyone in the States, like there's a lot of people in the States, but once I started scrolling, I was like, people in villages in Africa, like
Yeah.
they're doing their agriculture and all of these things, and they're live streaming it, and that's exactly what gave me the idea. Was like, that is a life that I can't. It's a culture shock for me almost, and it's really really interesting to see the way other people live, and like see that like they don't even have electricity, but they'll go into the city or the town and charge their phones and it's like I'm there with them in the morning during the sunrise when they go to charge their phone and go back to their place, and it's the family values all around the world too, like all of Asia, India, um yeah, we've got Australia across the pond now. It's literally, I have friends everywhere, and I'm so excited. It's lovely.
It's really, I haven't found it to be harsh, and maybe it's the naivete of going into a electronic world without ever having experienced it. Where speaking with my daughter, she says, "Mom, I can't watch your videos because I'm afraid to read because she watches videos and reads comments. So because
Yeah,
if somebody was mean to you, I couldn't handle it." And I said, "But that nobody's been mean, or if they have, the language is so modern. I'm missing it."
that
Yeah.
yeah.
and, and that's
Well,
Yeah.
that's
very
good.
possible. You know, I could miss the
Yeah.
whole and just be like, ah, yeah, it's great. Oh, that's a nice
That's
compliment. Heart.
pretty much, yeah. I'll just smile and laugh when people say things, and it's a choice to not get offended. I think that's a very like a cultural thing that happens quite a bit, especially in North
Yeah,
America. It's like, that's why we have so many trolls, and in a lot of countries too, because I like I'm in other people's streams that literally were born different. And this is a huge community that I have on here. It's people that are needing help from like special ability learning, all of these people.
Be
Oh,
right back.
Merry
right.
Christmas, Travis's family. But yeah, no, it's really really interesting to see how the trolls, which they're usually almost always children, and that's the part that I'm able to just rise above. And then if they're not children, if they're grown ass adults and they have time to do is say negative
Right.
things and not positive things, it's just like I'm not gonna. I don't know if I could let that affect me because
Yeah.
that's my choice. Taking offense is a choice, and I
Yeah.
couldn't. I do sometimes take offense when my friends get talked about and whatnot because I'm like, I was
Right.
bullied and I'm very anti-bully and I'll stick up for people, which that's the only thing though is that as soon as you give them attention, these people like if you're like, hey, that was rude, they're like, oh, hook, line, and sinker, and then they just go for it. silly.
I was on my sister's live and I didn't comment, but somebody was making, and it wasn't even that mean. The person was just
Mm.
like, "Oh, what's this? Oh, blah." And then the next comment was, "I'm going to leave and you'll have 0 people here." Well, she doesn't even have the camera turned on to read comments when she does a live. But I'm in there and I got so mad. I went to the page, like, let me go see who this is. You know, and I was like, oh my God, it's a 10-year-old. Never mind. Not even
Yeah,
worth it. I know.
it's
I
so
was
true.
so
They're
mad for her.
usually children. Yeah, there was like
Yeah.
one kid trying to bully all of us adults, and he's like, I heard that you're staying in a group home, and I was like, a group home is for like foster kids, and like, I think you mean shelter, they're like, oh yeah, I mean shelter. That's like, aw, like
Correcting
that's
them,
kind of,
helping them. Troll.
yeah. It's just entertaining.
Oh, I think, yeah. The one that came in to make a comment, the comment had gone so far over my head, my son had to yell to me, "Mom, just yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Stop." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Then he explained it later. I was like, "Really? Oh my gosh. All right, you have to monitor me." He's like, "Yeah, Mom, I really do." I'm like, "Okay, thanks, buddy. Keep me straight." But I don't know. I'm so glad beyond. There's something that happened like after you turn 55, like the whole weight of I don't care that I shouldn't have
Yeah.
stressed so much in life. It's just like this magical moment of clarity, and it's all just so much better. I just couldn't imagine how much I could have gotten done in life had I been this relaxed and chilled when I was in my 20s and 30s. You know, I'd be like, oh, or even
It
40s. You know, I think, oh,
Yeah, it matters. There's all
yeah,
these expectations that I'm just learning. Like now that I'm studying psychology, I'm learning that everything is a societal construct, really. It's very interesting, all the standards and the stigmas. I've
no,
been every stigma and statistic, and I would wear that label. It's like, people would call
right.
me, I don't know, a rebel without a cause, so I became a rebel without a cause. Oh, by the way, Merry Christmas, Letta and Patrick Pierce. Thank you so much
Oh.
for joining the stream.
Patrick wouldn't come in the office. He gets to go online. Oh, baby, thank
Oh,
you.
there you go. Do you have content, Patrick? Because
He is.
Yeah?
That's my husband.
Yeah,
He
I
is the
figured.
content.
Okay.
Well,
He
we're
is
gonna
the
give
content.
Uncle Fabulous a moderator, and you're part of the
We just
family.
had our anniversary. How many years were we married, Pat? We've been married a long time. We got
Holy
married in
moly.
98. So how many years is that?
26.
26 years. I got him
Holy.
tricked. 26 years. They were giving you
Well,
moderator status.
No.
I said he doesn't have content. He is the content.
I
That's right.
appreciate it. It is very, very nice to have the family feeling. I know for me and Travis, this is wonderful. And your tree looks amazing. Your whole house looks amazing.
Thank you. You can go watch my video and get me some money and see my whole thing.
I will.
But here's the thing. You like the tree now, but how much will you enjoy this view February 1st? Because the tree will still be up. I take it down about February 1st. Because I got to get through the dark, the winter with the twinkle lights. I have everything
Yeah.
on a timer and it all does its stuff. So
It's
that's
so true.
it's
At
for
my
the
job, I
people.
have holiday work where we'll be taking down Christmas decorations because we did like putting up Christmas decorations beforehand, and now I'm sure
Right.
next week we're going to start. I'm back to work tomorrow on the plants. They don't wait for holidays.
Yeah,
Right.
right. That's what he takes care of plants for work. Like that's absolutely amazing. Is it like offices?
There's like 9 or 10 offices around Austin that I take care of. That yeah, we'll do the whole
Awesome.
building, and each building will have either between like there's a couple buildings with only 4 or 5, and then other ones that have like hundreds. So
Oh,
Do you kind of go
wow.
when the office is closed type thing?
I tend to go like early morning, so the offices are closed and I don't have to interact with people in the offices, because a lot of the big wigs at the offices, they'll see me, they'll be on a call. All I have to do is like water a plant and cut off some dead leaves, but they'll like shoo me away, and that'll make me upset. So I just avoid them, and it works out better.
So is this
That's
your own
very
company?
No, I'm a contractor with this company, but
That's
it,
awesome. I never thought about, I never thought of it being outside of like building maintenance. I always thought like the plant,
yeah.
not a separate company, but it makes sense. It would be just like the aquarium people.
I
I mean,
mean,
hey, that's cool.
honestly, what I don't understand, if it were me in running an office, I would just take care of the plants there instead of have someone come in every week to do it, because I don't think it's really that hard of a job. But hey, it gives me a job, so I'm not going to complain. They get me to do it.
that's how the world works.
That's brilliant.
Definitely. We
My
all
son is
have like a use in this world. Sorry, your son.
he's looking for something to do because he likes, the horticulture and woods and all of that. And he's looking for this summer something to do outside because he'll
Yeah.
finish his school, like he'll get his machining certification in May. And he knows he has a job with a company he worked for last year once he's certified. But he says, this summer I just want to go out in the woods. And okay, we'll
Yeah.
get looking for a job. So
Yeah,
that's what he's looking for.
It'd be cool to
and I
work at
want
like one of the
to.
hiking retreats or like scouting retreats. I had friends that
Yeah.
do that, where they would like live in the mountains all summer and just like lead
Yeah.
hikes.
That's what I keep telling him to go. Look, go. Now's the time to apply. He says, yes, but I don't want to do it with others. And there's some of the environmental companies that will hire them to go hike in the woods to count certain trees.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, well,
that
bye,
sounds pretty
go.
cool.
Yeah,
Sounds
there's some
good.
very prestigious jobs where you go plant trees and you
Uh,
travel. You get the opportunity to travel and you're helping the earth. It's something that I wanted to do, but I don't know if I'm physically like the kind of person that they're gonna want. Just a
right,
lot of moving. I don't well not move like I sound lazy, but with physical limitations, but it's
right.
like little
Yeah.
trees and saplings, and I always thought it would be such a great idea. It's just if I didn't have my horse, then because my horse is like my anchor, which is turned out to be a good thing. It has saved my life having a constant, and it's like a
Yep.
constant love and only positive all of the time. But I definitely would have done that. That was something that a lot of my brother's friends did, and it's so cool. You can also work for the city, and you can like, do you guys have flowers like on the side of your streets and intersections and
We
all of
do
that? Yeah, right.
over here.
I assume we're kind of the same in that way, but yeah, that's another one too. And then you're working for the city, but you're planting flowers, and
Right.
it's
Yeah.
very interesting. I would love to do
Uh,
that, but
So my town is so small. The garden club does the four the four places there are flowers in our town. Our garden club does it. But that's what happens in a town of 17,000 people.
oh, that's lovely. Where are you again? Virginia, North
I'm
Carolina?
by the Outer Banks in North Carolina.
Ah,
So
Oh,
Naghead,
nice.
Kitty Hawk, yeah, down there,
My
right?
best buddy lives in North Carolina, but he making drones for the government.
oh, okay.
So where is he?
He's near Raleigh. Raleigh.
Yeah, in the
Hmm.
Triangle. Yeah.
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 My daughter goes to school west of there in Winston-Salem, but I have family in Raleigh. So yeah, that's where we are.
I had some family in Raleigh too. I think my cousin studied, and she works for the government too. She does environmental things. I don't know what she studied specifically, but she works for like the parks and whatnot in the
Yeah.
States, and I love it. It's really great. It's cool to see what we all grew up to do,
For
or
a
who
long
we grew up to
time,
be.
I still have this dream. Being a park ranger would be like living a dream.
Mm, absolutely. They deal with some
But the
scary stuff though. Like speaking of trauma, yeesh.
but here, like our park rangers are separate than the forest rangers. The park rangers would actually do like the federal parks, and then the forest rangers do the just go out and restock ponds and the land surveying and stuff. But they don't. And then you have the ones that check the hunting license and stuff, and that's like something different. I don't know.
Right.
See, I don't
Yeah,
even know enough about it to.
Yeah.
I need to go back to school, honestly, or finish school.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I studied at the college where I studied, and it was just in my town because, like I said, I didn't want to go far from my horse. Plus, I don't think that I really wanted to live on campus. Not at the age where I tried. I was like 20. I applied as a mature student the first time because I didn't graduate high school. I was like 19, still trying to graduate high school. Oh my goodness. But it's very interesting because they have a lot of environmental classes, and I was going to do that. There's this all the nature pictures, videos, and content that I have. It's all generally it's in my city, and it's really beautiful because the city is really about maintaining. You could be in the middle of the concrete jungle, but then you could just go walking along a little like sewer stream, and then it leads to like these rapids, and you just wouldn't know it's there at all. And it's absolutely wonderful. I see the students all the time doing like surveys, practicing, like going to the dams, and like after there's been a flood and all the dams like move into one area, then they're there just cleaning it out. And I'm like, that's your school? But I tried to apply as a mature student again afterwards. The first thing I went to was this college, and I studied vet tech sciences, and oh my gosh, the hands-on stuff I'm great with. I'm a kinesthetic learner. Like y- you put me in front of a horse and teach me what to do hands-on, no problem. But if
Yeah.
I had to like read horses and then go apply it, I don't know. I was not taught to learn that way, I don't
Yeah.
think. But and then I tried again as a mature student, and I forgot how to write an essay. Apparently, that was the section that I failed on, and it sucks because English is my best subject, but I guess I didn't study. I didn't think, like, I was like, oh, I can write an essay super easy. No, no. Yeah, apparently you have to do things a certain way, and it's interesting because I did forget how to read, but I got really bad at reading. I have some short-term memory issues. Hi, Allie. Merry Christmas. And yeah, I would be
Really?
reading a book and be like line one. Okay, line two. What was line one? What am I reading about? And 15 minutes later, I haven't gotten through a paragraph, and I'm like, I can't. I can't be doing this. You gotta practice.
Well, have you been retested to get, like in the States, there's a 504, which would give you the tutoring, the counseling, the executive functioning help, special
Hmm.
stuff like access to teachers' notes and stuff like that.
See, I think that I
Did
needed
not
that.
know
Like, I
about that.
always had a doctor's note saying, like give her
Yeah.
extra time. Like, she's in treatment, she's off school a lot because she has to be wherever I had to be getting treatment. And but I don't know, I never went for it. I'm unsure. I know I live
You
near
should.
an adult high school place, and all I have is English. Wait, English and one elective. So I think
Right?
I might do that this year because it is for adults. It's just two classes. And once I have my high school diploma, then it's a whole different thing. It's starting.
Right.
And yeah, I think I would need a tutor if I was
Well,
to go back to post-secondary.
if
I
you need
definitely
a
think you
tutor
could
for
apply for
math,
it.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I
that's
am
important
really good
now.
at math. And
Mm.
I actually did tutoring in college for physics and math. like
Oh my
algebra
God.
2 and physics and
Those are my two worst subjects, man. I like biology. I can kind of do chemistry, but like the sciences and mathematics, I have no idea. I don't know what happened.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I mean, I could write an essay, but I was never, I don't know, my admissions essay almost got me a full ride to UT, but then I had to write like a second one and it was like went from 600 to 50 and I didn't make the second cut. But math and science, I'm like really good at math. So if you ever want a tutor, I'd be happy to.
Oh
I was
my goodness.
before I did something, I was even thinking about doing a YouTube channel where I would like go through an algebra textbook and like explain it how I would do it. But I was like, nah, that's too much work.
Oh man, that's really. I want to. I have to write this down. Fabulous. What you're saying about what is it called in America? What you said? The
In
five.
America,
But
you get it's educational testing to get a 504 educational plan, which
Okay.
will test you for everything under the sun: learning disabilities, ADHD, the autism spectrum disorder, dyslexia. It tests for how well you are in math, like I forget what it
Yeah.
is. But
Ooh,
that's you need that testing done because then you qualify and you have more than a doctor's note. You have the paperwork saying this is what I need help, and then you can get accommodations such
I didn't
as
even know that.
yep.
Okay,
oh
I'm gonna
oh
have to look
honey
into that.
yes, and the accommodations is very easy. You're looking for educational testing, and in the States it's all over the place. If you need some, all you got to do is Google adult educational testing for a 504. And
Okay.
you can get teachers' notes, you can get tutors, you can get extra time on tests, you can get people to read the test to you and write your answers down if that's what you need. You could get, I mean, just anything, whatever you
That's
need.
That's interesting. I need to
really
look into that. I left school just because of like social anxiety. I was doing
Yep.
pretty good at it, but like had that and then I had the assault that gave me pretty bad brain damage and I was like, I cannot function around people, but if there were accommodations, then maybe I don't know.
Right. Like one of the things with my son and his 504, he's able to sit by the door and can get up and leave if he needs to because of some, there's all kinds of things.
That's yeah. Wow. That's
Or,
awesome. I'll look
yeah,
into this.
yeah.
yes, yeah, absolutely. You want to
I'm
go get it
literally
tested,
writing
and
it.
it would, even for the anxiety, it would cover that as well, adult anxiety, because that's something we deal with here as well. And once it's documented for America and the United States with the 504 testing, then you are covered under the Americans with Disability Act.
Oh shit.
Which,
Okay.
yeah,
That could probably be covering my therapy right now. Damn. Or something.
right.
Oh my gosh, you
There,
have to pay for therapy. That's wild.
Yeah.
it's just a lot, that you're actually entitled to,
Yep.
and that there's resources and help there for you to get hooked up. And my daughter came home and I'd been telling her, but in May, she went to look into getting tested. She was tested by end of June, and then by August, before she started the next semester, she had all of her accommodations and had somebody to go to the school with her to do all of this. And she found the type of counseling that would help her get through what she needed.
So
She
important.
said, Mom, I've had the best semester ever. I said, well, then it's worth every penny. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. I'm grateful. That's something that, yeah, once I was on disability, and okay, it wasn't being on disability, it was having a social worker. These social workers are
Right.
like, the government offers so many things, they just won't tell you about it. But here's the
Right.
Yeah.
form, fill it out, and then you get
Yeah.
covered. You get covered. Medication is covered.
Right.
Like even any medication that's not covered or treatments for like chronic pain, like I'm not supposed to have cortisone shots because it can degenerate and I already have arthritis in my joints. So the
Right.
kind of things that I need are not covered by the main healthcare plan here, but then all I have to have is a doctor say, "Hey, Like, her pain contributes to her mental health issues. Like a 33-year-old that has arthritis is it's very hard to comprehend. And we're working on her
Right.
mental health. We're working on her physical health, and it's there's always
Right.
one or the other. So we got to tackle both of them. And it's taken a little bit of time, but it's man, having a social worker is the best thing I could have ever asked for. I'm
Right.
learning so much. And now that's what I want to study and do is we should do a live stream about, like American and Canadian options for people.
Yeah, I mean,
Down.
if you have any insurance, or dog anxiety, if you have insurance, like for me, we just have to get the referral, and then it will cover most of it. You have to go through your primary care and just say you want to adult educational testing for
Okay.
a 504.
504. Gotcha.
That's what, but just Google it. Just Google it. It'll be there. Oh, hold on one second.
Yeah, no problem. I literally wrote it down because it is absolutely something that I'm going to have to work on.
Yeah,
Travis, we're going to be people.
I mean, even if you go
Might
and
take a
get
while.
tested and there's nothing, they're just like, oh, there's nothing showing up on this range. What if, it doesn't hurt anything? There's nothing lost. But if there are accommodations that can be made, get the
feel like
test
I
done and find out.
could get it because I have documented PTSD, so I feel
Right.
like that's got to open up something.
Right. Yeah. And even
Yep,
if it's a matter of when you get tested with this, that, hey, I can do a classroom environment 2 days a week, but the other 3 days, I'm going to need to install a camera. Because after COVID, all that's opened up.
This is it. Yeah,
So
I was going to try to study. Yeah. I mean, I was going to try to study online, but then my nephew, who was in high school for like the pandemic era, he was like, if you are not, into it, like if there's even one subject that you don't really enjoy and you can't push yourself to study and do all of this, it's actually really hard.
Right.
He's like, make sure you study something where you enjoy all of it. And I was like, I could do psychology like that. Like I'm studying psychology on my own, but I realize when it comes to, I'll just probably need a tutor for papers, for all these things. I need a refresher. So, and it's amazing that I have help.
Yeah, and it might even be a thing where, okay, I can't take more than 12 hours. I could never carry more with my learning disabilities and my dyslexia more than 12 hours at a time, which was fine. But this might, if you were documented with certain things and even said this student can't carry more than 8 hours because of this, but still needs to be considered a full-time student. I mean, there's words and ways to write everything within the school system, to make it work. So, and now when I was going through school, obviously it was in the 80s, but let's not talk about that. So, things have things have opened up so much more. It's not uncommon. People right and left, adults right and left are being diagnosed with stuff every day now in this country. And so the accommodations really are there if you just know all it takes is to ask for. Yeah.
And it's interesting that schools will literally, the stigmas, man. When I was in college, I remember I had lots of doctor's appointments, and at any group projects that I had, the girls would just like drop me, and then I would have to do entire group projects on myself. It just got so heavy that it was like, and that had to do it on time, with everybody else. And I had doctor's notes and whatnot, but the teachers were like, well, you shouldn't come to school if you have to go to the doctor. And I'm like, whoa, that's
right.
Unfortunate. So I dropped out.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not sure with the medical aspect, but I know with the educational aspect, I know there's stuff everywhere. And with the anxiety, the help is really there more than you would even imagine. And the accommodations are able to be made. So that's the nice thing now with everybody being more connected and more
Yeah.
open and more people talking about it, you realize, oh my gosh, like you have anxiety, I have anxiety, everybody has anxiety. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
some
it's the
people
norm.
can't leave their room, which is better than anxiety that comes out as just screaming, but it's
It's
definitely
true.
acknowledged more and handled better than ever before. And I
Mhm.
think it's only going to increase, it's a great
I think so.
more awareness of it. So yeah, there's all kinds of ways to do it. And it's like I told my kids, there's no right or wrong way to do this stuff. I mean, Jim, you're 30, right?
Yeah, early 30s.
Okay, all right, let's say 30. If you take one class a semester because that's all you need to focus on just one, it might take you 10 times as long, but eventually you're going to get to the end.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
You'll eventually get there. Your
I
path doesn't have to
completely
look like
agree.
everybody's. And it
That's the
hasn't so
thing.
far,
Not at
right?
all.
So why would you
I
expect this to be different?
it's
You have
yeah,
to do it your way.
exactly. I remember the first time I went to psychotherapy is a lovely place called CAMH, the Center for Addiction and Mental Health here in Toronto. My psychotherapist, I'm going, I don't have my high school diploma. I don't drive. I don't have a car. Like I don't even, I'm gonna let my license expire. Like I got it at 16 like everyone else, but I was, oh my gosh. And she's like, who says you need your diploma? Who says you need a car? Who says you need to be in college? Like who says you need a license? Like this country and this world can support you whatever you have to offer. You have so much to offer. And I was like, but I like horses and horses are expensive. Therefore, I need money. And, I didn't hear anything she said, but now I'm like, oh, it is very true. Everything Fabulous is saying is 100%. Everything that psychotherapist tried to get through to me, I mean, I wasn't I was like I said, like all the labels people gave me, like you're not good at school. I was like, I'll take that. I guess, yeah, I'll be that. I'll be the bad student and I'll be the the person that is too loud or talks too much and it's just all the negative things that were put on me. I thought if they're given to me by authority figures, right? Like teachers, family, all these different people telling me that I'm lesser than. And so they're like the leaders in my eyes growing up. So it was kind of like, oh, okay. And even in high school, that I did co-op. I was shoveling horse poop for credits because I just couldn't handle being in in high school anymore. And it was ridiculous. We had it was very that was when tragedy really started. Like depression was a really big thing in our high school and people didn't survive high school, and that was by grade 10 that all of that started happening, and we weren't allowed to mourn properly for our friends, and it was just so scary to walk in that building every day and know that that culture of that building had like taken lives technically. I mean, you can't blame anybody. Everyone's choices are their own. But it was especially when I'm like young and I have questions and they're just going, that's not a part of the curriculum. Like mental health is not what we're here to talk about. And it's like, okay, okay. So I just ended up, they honestly said, you don't have the kind of grades that is going to get you into university. You hardly have the kind of grades that's going to get you into college. So just go right into the workforce. So basically, I was like doing child labor at like 16, 17-ish. And I wasn't 18 yet. And I was working for credits.
Yeah.
And they just went, it's too much to pay attention to you. And we don't have the tutoring, we don't have the support. So just go to work, get in that mindset now, start the rat race in grade
Ugh.
11, essentially. And hopefully by the time you're out of high school, you'll just accept that you need to work and do shit that doesn't make you happy. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
okay.
I'm so sorry you had that experience. Sounds like such an
Ah,
80s or 70s experience. You would think
eh,
by 2000 people would have gotten it together.
hmm.
You know?
Yeah. It is. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Melinda, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Thank you for being here, and sorry if I missed you. But yeah, I'm grateful that we're having this conversation because these are the kinds of conversations I know that the advice that you're giving, Fabulous, or just the information, it's not even advice. It's like everyone should should have this kind of information and knowledge. But I know that me and Travis are probably going to take what you're saying and actually apply it. And it's really interesting. I find talking about our shortcomings, which I mean, we're taught to see them as shortcomings, but like my psychotherapist
Right.
said, who said you need to be this and fit into this box, you know? And
Right.
I'm like, society. She's like, society's wrong. What you need is happiness, not money. And I thought that was crazy. I was like, she's a hippie. But no, she was just right. And I hope if anybody is listening to this, it's that they hear my story and they hear Travis's story and your kids and and the fact that you're a parent and you're looking out for your children and making sure that life is not as easy as possible, but that they're being, like all the adjustments and everything, there's help. There is help, and it's really easy to feel helpless these days. Really easy.
It is. And I think that I always tell my kids, okay, you're young adults. And that is a title that says you're adulting, but you're not quite really great at it yet. So you still have to rely on people. But the more you do at this time, you can start making choices and really look, what do I want to bring forward from my life that is good? What adults do I want to emulate? What's out there? But then
Mhm.
also say, wow, working this way or this environment just cripples my heart or soul. It's not something I could ever do. And then
Yeah.
adjust that and to really be able to speak for who you are and what have you learned about yourself in order to find something that is sustainable and exciting. And, you know, sometimes in the meantime, you have to work a job you don't necessarily love and create
Right.
sparkle every day. But as long as when you get done with that job, you're able to go do something that fulfills you, where
Yeah.
is that balance in the life? And it's going to look different for everybody. Your journey, so I'm saying as I talk to my kids, or your journey is going to look very different than my journey ever looked. But your
Mhm.
experience in life has been very different than mine. Even if for us in the same household, the past 20
Yep.
years have been very different. So,
It's
you
very
don't have to buy into how fast you have to take courses, how many hours you have to be on campus, how many this, you figure out what feels good, what works for you, and then you'll excel and enjoy it.
Yep.
And if we don't
And
enjoy something, we're not going to do our best.
that's literally what I was going to say is like I can't believe that as like a 20-year-old when people were like, you don't need to focus on what's going to bring you money. You need to focus on what's going to bring you happiness. I was like, are you
Mhm.
insane? But then I realized everyone my age is struggling. Like when I don't really know anybody that is going to inherit a home. I don't know anybody
Right.
that has a home. Like everybody that has a family is renting, struggling with gas or a car insurance or doesn't have a car or like it's absolutely crazy and I don't know. And then they're looked down upon, which is it's such a societal norm to do that. And I I don't want to. I want to be like you. I want to be talking to people that are younger than me, and it's like what you say. Like you're your age now, and you look back at everything, and you're like, I survived. That's awesome. I'm gonna live my life. If I start thinking like that now, and just seeking what makes me happy and understanding that like you said, my path is going to be different from the person next to me, different from my parents, different from everyone. It's very, very interesting to just keep an open mind and the thing about keeping an open mind is that that's one of the things that made me stick out and be called a black sheep quite often was it was just that I don't know, I had different kinds of questions and it was always pat on the head. Oh, Jem, that's not part of the curriculum. It's not important right now. I'm like, but when is it going to be? If it's important to me, and and but not important, not you're saying it's not important to me. That was very, very strange for me. And I just don't want any young people to think like I was talking to a 20-year-old recently that was like, yeah, I don't have anything, like I don't have a job and all I ever did was like graduate high school. I don't drive. And I was like, oh my gosh, I see me. I see a young me thinking I had failed at 20. At 20, I was
Yeah.
like, life's over. It's
Yeah,
done.
any young people watching, I am 32 and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm still trying to figure that all out. So you got time.
That is
Well, I think
perfectly fine.
truthfully with life, you either know what you're going to do by age 8 years old, you know what you're going to be. Your career path is there. Or you kind of do this for a while because you enjoy it. You kind of switch to this for a while for you enjoy it. You do this for a while, and that's it. So if you don't know by age 8 or 6 that what your path is, it's okay to spend the rest of your life saying, I'll try it. Yeah, I'll try. But that doesn't have to be irresponsible.
Mm.
There's a responsibility with that you're saving your money, putting aside, doing what you need to do, paying your bills, saving for travel, that you balance that lifestyle while having fun,
Yeah.
to say, okay, what are my goals this year? Everybody has to have one goal. I mean, then it doesn't have to be extravagant and it can be very personal to you, but a goal is a goal and it looks different. So I truly believe that there's people that know by age 6 what they're going to do with their life. And then the rest of us, just like, yeah, well, here I am, 58.
Well,
And I don't
I
know what
think
I'm
I
going to do next.
know I'd like to have a greenhouse and grow cannabis and give freely to people that need it, but we'll see how I can get there.
Okay. So then that's your goal. Then, like I tell my kids, my son, especially my son, because my daughter had her career path. She had it down. And I said, well, what is yours? What do you need to learn? What do you need to research? How much acreage? Where do you want to go? There's so much planning
Yeah.
that you can say you're not going for your goal. You're in the planning stage of it. Nobody walks out and gets it. Hey, I got an excuse for everything, but no.
Yeah.
But you do have to plan, and there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with planning. And then
And,
actively saying,
and
what is
putting
this?
back the capital for it takes a while.
Right. But if you put back $10 a week, at the end of a year, you'll have $520.
That's a good goal.
And all it costs is $10 a week. And if you do
Yeah.
that every year for 5 years, you'll have a lot more than that. And you're
Yeah.
Mr. Math Man, whip it out. So, it doesn't have to be an overwhelming amount of capital, but $10 a week is what I suggest. So then, be able to have that.
It's
Think
so
about
true.
it. $10 a week in 20 years.
Yeah, it's never too late to start. I mean, hey.
And then there's so much what goes into that. Where do you want? What state? What state's going to charge you state taxes? What states don't charge state taxes? What, laws do you want to deal with?
I could even grow here where I'm at technically right now. I just have to get the license, and I've actually gotten the license before because me and my buddy were going to start the grow farm, the guy that moved out to North Carolina because he got a better offer from the government. But all you have to do is get the license. It's just I then also need to have land and the space to do it.
Yeah.
Which
do you do hydroponic growing?
I just use soil, but I definitely want to play around with hydroponics because I've cloned my own plants, I've crossed strains, I've created my own strains. I definitely think hydroponics is the future, and I have some really high-powered LEDs that I think I could grow some really amazing stuff if I had those.
So you're already actively going towards your dream.
Yeah, I've grown a few
already
times.
halfway there.
Yeah, you've got the experience,
You're
and that's
already
something that you're not
halfway
going to be taught like in school, right? It's definitely up to you to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's amazing. We really have we have the power to become anything we want to be. I know that's so cliche sounding, and I swear, young me is like looking up at this age me and being like, you still don't have a job. But you know what? It really is so interesting. I mean, I like I had people helping me. I had my green card, which is just because, like, psychiatric medication is not working and like painkillers are not good. And
Right.
so they kind of just went, there's certain kinds, like maybe, mentally, I don't need to be smoking anything that gives me like a trip, right? Like that's just I'm already tripping balls on my own. But
Right.
like there's different kinds and different strains, and that's the kind of information like someone like you has, Travis, that like I could say, hey, I've got like arthritis, like
Which
what
strain is
what
better
would
for it? Yeah. What would you?
yeah, and like I have anxiety. I don't need to sit there feeling paranoid, um, all those different kinds of things, and that's valuable information because the reality of this world is a lot of people do that, and I mean, I was lucky enough that I had somebody in my life that knew about it and was like, I don't want you going out on like a street corner and purchasing
Mhm.
this. You just get it from me, like in the home, that kind of thing. And it was like it was really, really good for me. And I still went and had experimented, of course,
Oh
because
yeah.
that's me. But it was always good to be able to come back and be like, I've had good experiences, and what I chose to do was to learn from it. And I mean, it's like life experience. I think this is something my dad and I talk about a lot. Is that it's kind of like society doesn't want, or maybe I don't know how to say it, but society, the man, the hippie me will say that. The man doesn't want us to realize that we all have, like, we are all a product. I have people like sending me wanting to send me gifts or donation, like not donations, I'm not a charity, but like things like, and I'm not even monetized, and they're just like, but I like what you do, you're helping people, and if you would like to keep helping people and I can help you help people, like that's not my talent, but I have the money and I can help you to get more involved in that. And it's just really, really interesting because I couldn't really learn the things that I learned. I'm studying peer support work, which is literally your resume is like, how many times have you been to the psych ward? How many times have you been to rehab? What addictions have you had? What have you been diagnosed with? Oh, great, you're incredibly mentally disturbed and physically unable to, participate. Great. You are
I,
exactly what we need because people need to hear from somebody that is still going
yeah.
and has figured out certain ways to,
I mean, it's
Mhm.
it's totally true though too, because people at like rehabs when I went to them, you could tell if someone had been through addiction, and then other people were like, "Oh no, I'm not in addiction. I'm just here as a
Yeah.
job," and like
Hmm.
they didn't act the same around the people there. Like,
Is very true. And I see the need for that. Like, there needs to be a sense of detachment. And I mean, even I have to study detachment. And it's there's just like different levels, like my peer support worker, when I remember I would get triggered by my counselors and my therapists because they just didn't live the life that I lived. But my peer support worker, same addiction, same, diagnoses, same misdiagnoses, being on medication that made them feel like a zombie. That was me for 5 years. I was so lost and hopeless and helpless and convinced that I was, like a waste of space, that it made sense for me to take antipsychotics, prehistoric meds that I didn't even need. But it just, at least I didn't feel depressed, but I didn't feel happy or
yeah,
excited or
feel
sad.
anything?
And I
Yeah.
didn't cry for I I still can't really cry. I kind of detoxed off of all that stuff because I got diagnosed with something that is it's like PTSD and like maybe borderline personality disorder, which is nothing other than like I need cognitive behavioral therapy. I can allow my mind to like dictate a reality, and everyone else sees reality, and me, I'm like no, but my reality exists, and it's very interesting. I don't know. It's sad to be told that you're wrong because of your experiences. It's some things that I have had no control over. Zero. I mean, being prescribed an endless prescription of painkillers when I was a anxious and depressed and being bullied teenager. Yeah, that was my first time being like, "Oh, no problem." Like this takes away
Yeah.
all of my pain physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually. And this is the kind of life that I'm going to live because it's too hard. I'm not good enough. And then it went from that, cleaning up on that, and then my medical assistant being like, let's just get you on antipsychotics so that you like don't do drugs. And of course I didn't do I didn't do anything. I didn't
Yeah.
even see my horse. I stopped. I was just nothing mattered. Nothing had any brightness to it. And I mean, I definitely I'm not a doctor, and if you please follow all your doctors and therapists instructions. I can't say, but it was a misdiagnosis for me. They thought I was bipolar. I was just depressed and I had PTSD, and they thought it was mania that I couldn't sleep, but before it was insomnia, then it was mania, and then I got sleep studies done, and they're like, you are basically in survival mode. As soon as you go to sleep, you are fighting to be alive. Like your body doesn't want you to go to sleep because your brain is like, we're dying. And that's literally what I face every single night. The only time I would cry was at night, and I would wake up and be like, "Oh, I guess I can." Like I thought my eyes were constipated. It's wild. It's been a wild ride, but I mean, I say all of this not to garner sympathy or anything like it. I mean, compassion is a beautiful thing, but it's really I'm trying to be compassionate and share for the sake of, like my support worker when she would talk to me and I would be like, "Wait, you've been there and you got through that?" That was something in Alcoholics Anonymous too, because after my prescription, I went, "Look at those people going to the liquor store and they're literally handing over their ID and being like, I'm gonna go do escapism." And that's what I was doing, except my thing was illegal. So, I was like, oh, I could justify this. It's legal. Look at them. This is like people drink and drive. I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm okay. You can
Yeah.
justify anything. But
I
yeah,
I had a very
not cool.
similar experience or journey there where like 18 I was in a bad car wreck, got prescribed a bunch of painkillers and muscle relaxants, which helped me kind of escape. And then a couple of years later when life got bad, I was like, oh well, heroin. And then things went
Yep.
way downhill. Like
Yep. And it can happen to anybody. Like it really, I was like this athletic young kid, and I was just always go, 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 go. And I'm still that person. Like mentally, it's insane to be trapped in like what they say. I have like 60-year-old joints. It doesn't make any sense. But it's, the, I wasn't warned. Like nobody told me this medication that you're on, you're going to feel like you
will
need to take more, but
yeah.
you don't have to. Like that's a mind
Oof.
game. They
Yeah.
would just go, "Oh, you're in more pain. Here's more. Oh, it's not helping your pain. Here's more." And it was like, "Wait." And then when they started realizing that I wanted more, they just cut me off. And that's how
Completely.
I
Yeah.
went to the street. And then I was like, because I was going through withdrawal. I had never been through withdrawal before.
Yeah.
That's like the worst feeling in the world, and you'll do anything anything. I justified all the wrong things, and it's very interesting. And I can't believe I made it out because I have so many friends, well, acquaintances. Some of them were enablers, but they're all good people. They're all good people, and they just don't exist anymore because
Yep.
they're either not here or they're in jail or
Yeah, you
you
can't
know
survive in that world.
yeah.
Something will get you eventually.
It's a trap. I have to say thank you, Fabulous, for raising your kids the way you're raising them. Like, I mean, even seeing them on screen and they're happy and you're constantly showing them love and you're not, putting them down, which I think is it's not too much of a bad thing. But it's I mean, I don't know. I noticed that a lot of adults can question young people instead of making it a teaching moment. And that was something like when people would question me automatically, I'd go, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like that that was my big thing. Like, "Oh, I didn't mean to ask a question. I'm sorry." It's a weird way to grow up. I just never felt like I was
That's pure
validated.
anxiety because that used to drive me crazy with my daughter when she would do that. I'm like, well, that's
Yeah.
not the answer I want. That I'm so, oh my God. Whew, that would
Yeah.
trigger me. Oh my Lord. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
pure anxiety. Now you can look back. But I think too, sometimes, people either raise children or they're raising adults. And it
Mm,
truthfully is two different ways to have youngsters in your house. And I really made a conscious decision to raise adults. And it is not always easy. And I am so glad we're coming on the other side of those 20s when you look back at your life and you realized how shitty your parent or how much your parents sucked and you call them on it and all you hear and
Yeah.
now we've kind of worked through all that stuff. Now we're on the good side because those couple years, whew,
Oh
that's
gosh,
some rough.
there's some years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you've got to stand in it. And I have to say, I grew up in an extraordinarily dysfunctional family, but my mother kept us in counseling because she knew what we had survived was not healthy, even though she
Mhm.
still has her own issues. But
Yep.
she was very good about standing in her stuff. So, when you're breaking a generational curse and you're trying to do better and you mess it up, but you have to be open and honest with these people that you're sharing your space with, helping guide them to adulthood. And as soon as
100%.
you can realize that, when you're treating those in your households, I never allowed my children to be beyond their years. I mean, and
Mm,
being an older parent, I had my kids late in life. So I was in my 40s when I was raising them. Their experiences were very different
mm,
than a lot of kids. Like there was no computers, there was no TV during the school week. The Wi-Fi was unplugged and turned off at seven
mhm.
o'clock at night. So even if you could get a hold of your cell phone, that I caught them on one time, and they bought a lock to lock it in at night.
Ah,
you know, there was they were raised very, very different, and it was hard for them because their peers were like, "Oh, on the phone," or "Oh, doing this." They're like, "Yeah, I got to turn my phone in at 6 o'clock at night." When they
yeah.
finally got it at 13, or
Yeah,
"Oh, do you watch this show?" Well, no, my mom doesn't let us watch TV during the week.
Mhm.
So there were some hardships for them, but now they can say, "Yeah, those
I
Yeah.
times
have
we
better
snuck to
habits
watch."
and
Right.
I'm not addicted to TV all the time. And
A screen. Yeah. I
Or they can
craved
turn their
that.
phones off.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they know how to turn it off. It's not a problem, but it did set them apart, and so but it's been interesting. It's been interesting, and now we're still at that phase where it's still parent child, but parent young adult child, and I can recognize the fact we were all in the same house at the same time, but our experiences were very different, and that's what I
Yeah.
always preached, even when we're having disagreements amongst ourselves, say we can all sit at the table together and we can eat the exact same meal. But if we have to write or describe the meal, each of us will have had a different experience.
Yeah.
And that's how life is. We can all have been in the same school, all been in the same classroom, all been the same. And we have to accept that our experiences of the exact same situation is going to be vastly different, and it doesn't make it wrong. It
Yeah.
just makes it different.
Different. And different
yeah.
is not bad. That's where all of the isms come from, like sexism. You're different. You're a different, you're on the opposite side of, or like
Right.
ageism. It's all the isms. I want to do a full-on like podcast on isms because all
Right.
that is really at its core, it's you're different and I don't like different. And that is just so easy to overcome. And I mean, on paper,
Right.
definitely it's your cognitive and like your behavioral function. And it's
Yeah.
just it's different. I'm really, really happy that you did that with your kids. And I was kind of thinking if my parents did that, it's funny because I chose to isolate myself. I would be like, I'm going to the farm. You guys can,
Right.
I don't know, have a sleepover or whatever. I have to wake up
Yeah.
at 4 in the morning to go with the horses. So it was
Right.
just kind of my own thing it's funny because if it wasn't my choice and my parents were the ones that said, like, don't use your phone or those were my ways of getting away from technology and
Right.
and
Right.
all of
Right.
that. I was still socializing, but if my parents limited me, I would have been that kid that was like, you're isolating me, like
Right.
you're isolated. That's not right. And I don't
Right.
even know. I don't know how you parents do it, man. I wasn't a mean child, but I thought I could justify just about anything. If you know my life experience, oh
Right.
boy. But you stuck to your guns, and now you've got kids, young adults or adults that are able
Yeah.
to look at you as a human being and understand that everything that you've taught. Like when I hear you speak, I'm like, that gives me hope. It gives me hope that there are parents out there that are like that right now, and that you're raising young people that will have the
Yeah.
same values because that's healthy, very healthy.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to being 6 years old. First grade equal to counselor. There you go. You get to go to school and you get to get your own counselor. That's
Yep.
how we do it around here. I mean, but I think certain things too, when you take the stigma off of anything in life and just say it's what it is, and like you said, different is not a bad thing. It's a fact of life. Everybody, everything, everything. And I do feel sorry, for like my children's generation. And it drove me crazy because everything had to have a label. And that's what I think the 2000, this 2020, this age, it's about having everything having a label. Like
Yep.
all of this,
Yeah.
even what generations, that stuff didn't start until the 2000s. I'm like, since when are we labeling everything?
Yep.
And it's to label to be, it's almost like, oh, it'll make you special, but then it makes you different, but then it's
Yeah.
this, and I forgot. Somebody was saying something about something. I'm like,
Hmm.
you guys, it's life.
Mm.
It's a developmental stage. You don't need to label something at 12 or 10 or 7 or
It's
14
so
or
true.
18 or 20 or 30.
Or
You can
ever.
be
Yeah.
you. Right. I mean, you can
Hmm.
just be you. Why is it like that? Because it's you. You
Hmm.
know, why is your mom a superstar by cracking nuts on YouTube? Because that's me, Dad, on it. There you
There you
go.
go.
You don't have to have a label, but you have to
It's
have a
so true.
retirement plan. And nut
Yeah.
cracking's getting me there.
It's true. Yeah, I was
And
somebody that, see, I wasn't in counseling, but I would talk about my emotions openly.
right.
Right away, I was labeled emo. Emo,
Right.
short for emotional,
Yeah.
which
Uh,
all human beings are. I would be worried if, people didn't have emotions, which is
yeah.
kind of what's expected. It's just very uncomfortable for me.
But did you talk about them more because you didn't have an appropriate place to share them and talk about them?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I said,
So you
even
just
in school, I would search for it and they'd be like, that's not part of the
have,
curriculum. And it's like, okay.
right. Right. It's hard. And I think sometimes when you know what you need and you keep reaching out to grasp it, reaching out to grasp it, reaching out to grasp it, then eventually you just kind of spew it everywhere. And I,
Yeah.
I tell my kids this, I said, it is so crazy. I even would tell my kids this growing up, especially those middle school years. They're like, oh, they're
Mm.
so hard. I said, yeah, they are. That's why they're so short, because it's literally the worst time of your life. It's crazy how the first 19 years your brain is such a sponge that it colors everything forever. I had an episode come up this year that I thought had been dealt with, packaged up, put in a bow, and it came up, and we're talking 30 years later. I was shocked. Well, once I got to the point of not being a wreck anymore, but I was shocked and said, why would this come back up when it was well handled?
Yeah.
And then I was saying, well, welcome to the world of PTSD. I said, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
But, so wherever that was going, that was my thought of it.
Well,
It's
to
just
add,
like your youth. It's amazing that it colors the rest of your life, but you can choose to some extent. Okay, where do we go with this? And sometimes you have to stand in the muck and mire, and you really have to say, wow, this is an experience I wouldn't wish on anyone. Then you can move beyond it and say, wow, I got myself out of that.
And what can I do now?
I
Yeah.
can give myself a point. And now what am I going to do with that journey? Well, today I might have a great day and feel like I got myself out of it. Tomorrow it might be one of those staring at the ceilings going, it would be so much easier if I was back there. And the more you live, the more you get, kind of move and all. But it is so crazy how those literally first 20 years color everything.
Very true. It's very.
But
I'm really glad I went through my turmoil during that time because I mean it absolutely sucked, and I did the worst of the worst that I could possibly do. But it's at least it's like now I can. I don't know. I have perspective, I suppose. It was interesting, and the other thing that I learned at a young age was acceptance. Acceptance not
Yeah.
only of others, but of myself and of reality, living life on life's terms. I that was really that's what they say like with borderline personality disorder that it is you can't accept what's around you, so you kind of like make up a sort of reality that just works for you. But the problem with that, well, everything is a problem with that kind of mentality. It's
Right.
easier at first, but band-aids don't last. They don't work.
Yeah.
Crutches.
But the good thing is, this is a journey, and the journey has a lots of twist and turn. And once you've gone down one path, the beauty is you never have to take that exit again because you already know what it leads to. And I think that's like kind of like the happy moral of the story. You can say, okay, I want to go to school, but how am I going to do it on my terms? And the older, I'm telling you, this is the beauty of age. Look, you might get the wrinkle, but at least you can say, I can do it my way. It's okay that today I want to do this and it's going to be fine, because there is a point where the panic starts of, I don't have a career. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't this. I don't that. Or, I have sisters and brothers that are going into their 40s, and they've almost all of them have no social media because they said, I don't want to look on there just to see people happy second of their life. And I really know it's a disaster. But what they're putting out there is this 1 second of happiness. And they said it's nothing real there for me. I said, okay, well, you call me, I'll be real for you. But
And that's the
I think
thing.
it's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Somebody just said something in the chat. I'm gonna tell what I gave and what I got for Christmas. I gave roses for my mom, a robe for my dad, and I got a lip balm, earrings, and a doll. And I'm getting more from my uncle and his fiance and my grandparents. Thank you for sharing that, Zlata, my Canadian sister. That's awesome. I'm really, really happy, and I can say I'm grateful that you're grateful, and I think that's wonderful. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you for being here and sharing with us.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
it
Yay!
is
I
nice.
love presents.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of funny. We started with that and then we went down a whole journey. But it's this time of year this is I always wanted to do something. Oh right, that's why I brought up the alcohol because I went to AA at a young age, and acceptance is rule number one of the 12 steps. Is I accept just everything. It's not just I accept I'm an addict, and that can mean so many things to so many different people. It's just accepting where we are. Okay, take care, Zlata. I hope you have lots of good family time. But yeah, and it was interesting to have the 12 steps because I think everybody that when I first started, I was like, everyone needs these 12 steps. It's, you clean house and everything was kind of like, I would write down everything that I was upset about and institutions, parents, family, friends. And then a part of that cleaning house is to also say, and where am I at fault here? Because
Yeah.
it's so easy to point your finger all around and go, my parents didn't let me do that, and school taught me this, and all these different things. But, like, what did I contribute to where I'm at? And being young enough that it was kind of, I don't know, I was definitely able to point fingers everywhere, and nothing was ever my fault. But then I'm in AA with, old timers, as we call them, with like 60 years of sobriety and experience, and having these conversations. And I'm just going, I can't wait till I'm like you. And they're saying, you can be like you can be. That saved my life.
So, do you want to know what I gave the boys this year for Christmas?
What's that?
Okay. I'm so glad you asked. So, I gave my daughter the pillow with my face on it, right? And I got one for my sister and my mom. So that's great. But for my son, he likes lemon. So I did the Jelly of the Month Club thing, but so I gave him a lemon dessert for each once a month for the whole
Sounds
year.
good.
And I gave my husband something chocolate once a month. But that's my thing. And I think we get really into retrospection as we're going into the new year. So this is like my week of retrospection. But this coming up year, I really am gonna do what am I gonna celebrate this month? And I'm gonna pick something. I'm gonna give my husband his chocolate, my son his lemon, but I'm gonna pick a specific thing to celebrate. It might be those vultures that were flying over my house today because they're really good luck if you look them up. But that's what I'm going to focus on this next year. I'm going to pick one thing a month to celebrate.
Yeah.
So there you go. Merry Christmas. That's my
Gratitude.
gift for y'all.
I agree. Gratitude it's a state of mind, this happiness thing. It really is. It's
It
a choice,
is.
and it's not easy to figure out for anybody that can't find happiness. Trust me, I was there. I was there until this year, pretty much. And then once I started just kind of speaking and finding like-minded people, like you were saying, Travis, it's like, and even you, Fabulous, like, when we first started talking, I remember I would say sorry all of the time, and you're like, we're gonna help you out here. Like you have nothing to apologize. You're perfect. You're wonderful. And I was like, I'm just so not used to somebody saying that. Like, are you sure? You sure I don't need to apologize? And it's just been absolutely amazing finding like-minded people. I'm speaking, I'm sharing, and nobody's saying, yeah, that's really weird. Or maybe the trolls are, but it would be weird if I was a younger person. I would be very confused. And all the young people that come to this chat are so mature, so
Right.
mature for their age. It's wonderful. And a lot of them can't, they're like in a position that I'm in where, they can't talk to their parents about certain things that go on. And um, I mean, that's not right or wrong. And everyone kind of has their little time to be, to break away from the parents, and it becomes uncool. And I get that. But I've had, like the young people come in here and be very, very vulnerable. And I like this group because nobody goes, you're wrong or something's wrong with you. It's just, we're all kind of supportive, and I don't know why I can't find that in real life
Right?
anywhere.
It's crazy to me that I similarly have this year found an online community that's been like way more supportive than people in my
Yeah.
real life. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it's only a good thing.
they have to have us all spread out because then we would find a way to take over the world.
Exactly.
Oh, right. That's what I was saying. We all have something to give. Like, seriously, we
Right.
really, really do. I was saying, I kind of bragged. I was like, I'm not even doing it. I'm not even monetized if people are sending me things. No, I meant to say, yeah, my dad and I talk about that. I left that conversation a while ago, but everybody has something to give. Like, we're all worth so much. And it's just ridiculous because they say, like, you need a diploma, you need to study, and that is valid, that is true. I mean, like, I am not going to help people just off my experience. I want to know, like, healthy boundaries, and like that one of those things is detachment. And because if I'm helping somebody and they take a wrong turn and I blame it on myself, that's not going to be great. Just because I'm not blaming it on them, if I'm blaming it on myself, how do I help others if I'm not
Yeah.
accepting of myself? And it's just really interesting. I've been finding, like, all these people on YouTube we're all individuals with our own lives, and we're all helping each other somehow, even if we're it's not just streaming or like a game or something. Somebody was doing a video game yesterday and it had lo-fi music on, and I was like, oh, this is great. And they're just reading like all the words on the screen, like, oh, fancy meeting you here, would you like blah blah blah. And I was just like, this is better, this is interactive. I forgot how important socializing is. It's easy to forget that we are social creatures. It's very, very easy.
Yes, and we're
And
meant to be in a community.
yeah,
You know.
like I said, when it's like we know that isolation is very worrying, and it's interesting that like my brother and I, we grew up just kind of like being in our room with our door closed on the computer. And luckily I was good. I would make friends internationally, but then I would be like, Mom, Dad, come be on the webcam. Look who I'm talking to. Like, that's one thing that I'm really, really grateful for, because it's just the internet's a crazy place. But now I'm realizing, like, so many people are just online, and their parents don't even know. Like, I had one 8-year-old that was on his mother's account. I thought he was a female for the longest time. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm 8 and I have the biggest crush on you. And if you don't love me back, I'll be sad forever. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I don't even know what to do here. But like, it's very, very interesting. And I hope that everybody that's on YouTube realizes that we are worth so much. Like, if you've got people subscribing to you, if you've got, it's not about numbers, it's not about a popularity contest at all. It's about finding like-minded people that you get along with. I think that's been really, really lost, is like, when you're not in school anymore and you don't have like a reason to be forced to hang out with
Socializing.
people and
Yeah.
socializing. Yeah, when there's no reason to socialize, there's just no reason to socialize. And I have lots of people that don't understand why the heck I'm YouTubing and why I'm so close to all y'all, but it's a whole thing. This is family on another level.
It
That's
really
really
is.
cool.
Captain
I mean,
Morgan,
it really.
thank you. And Brian, LG100, sorry, chat. Merry holidays. And thank you, Gem is really a gem. Sending love from South Africa to Gem. Yay! Love back at ya from North Carolina and from Texas and from Toronto.
Yes.
It's awesome. It's international. Brian, you still
We
here? Where are you? Hmm?
we are international.
And that's it. I may have to take a break, but I know, like, the longer we stay on, the more people are gonna keep coming in. I don't know. Do you guys want to converse for a little bit? I just kind of, washroom,
I'm gonna
dog.
have to sign off. I have wandering wonderfulness coming looking for their mother. to be fabulous
Ah.
with.
Oh, which is
Oh, come say
fun.
hey, Daniel. Come on,
Okay.
say hey to the fan club.
All right.
My wandering wonderfulness. Lean in, lean in, lean in.
We are your fan club.
Yes.
Hello.
He said, "Oh Lord,
Oh Lord.
come on, you're
Yeah.
not."
Oh,
Daniel and I just did a video while we were sitting by the bonfire. He made a bonfire the other
Yeah.
night. We sat out there and
I did.
talked.
Very
We talked.
nice. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm really, really inspired by your family. You're one of those families where I'm like, I wish can you adopt me?
Come
No, you
on.
don't. No, you don't.
I told you, see? The mistakes are there.
We're all human. We all have our
No,
problems.
I
and
understand.
I will tell you straightforward, my anxiety when my children were living came out as me screaming.
Mhm.
And I was a screamer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of this that looks so mature and fun and calm, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, there was a lot of screaming involved. That's how my anxiety came out with child rearing. And it was
Yep.
not appropriate. It wasn't the best way, but we've gotten through those years.
Yeah, you're
There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
I mean, despite
Yeah.
everything, I wouldn't change a thing.
Oh, that's my son.
I mean, let me explain why though. Because if anything were to change, I wouldn't be the person I am now.
That's right.
You know, like we have to
Exactly.
have the bad moments. Like,
And now he can tune out any woman he ever.
yes,
That's
it's
very
weird because it
important.
would got me. Because I have an amazing relationship with my dad, and I have
Yeah.
a great relationship with my mom. But it's like because my dad was very much so the anchor in the family.
Yeah.
Like if I have like a man who's yelling at me, it's like okay, whatever, your problem. But if a woman yells at me, then it's like oh shit, what I do?
And see,
Like,
that's wisdom
Smart
right
guy.
there. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. Like you guys have made my Christmas day lovely, all of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for having me. We're gonna go, family.
All right.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Great talking
Thank
with all.
you.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas
guys.
to you and yours. Love
Thank
ya.
you. We'll do it again.
Bye.
Love you.
That's awesome. Do you want to
great.
take a break at all and do our 420?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well, we'll talk offline. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Catch you later.
What were you going what did you want to say? I'm not in a rush.
Oh, if you want to get back on here later, I'm down. If not, that's cool too. Whatever you want to do. It's been super fun streaming with you, and I appreciate you hosting.
Likewise. Likewise, I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. You guys made the Christmas stream today. So yeah, we'll talk offline. And Captain Morgan, thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones too. Everyone in the chat. We are
Merry
going to
Christmas,
take a
chat.
break. Probably see you on YouTube. If I'm in any live streams, I will invite Travis over so that we can get him more subscribers. And then we might do our own again later. All right, guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Thanks,
Thank you
y'all.
for being here. And you are all important. And here's your daily reminder to tell somebody you love them. I love all of you. Take care, guys.